We nearly died.
Exciting.
We got
And
All my
cursed.
we
game
cursed
is
ourselves.
corrupted in some way.
Yes, you got some truly delicious curses cast upon thee.
Some new gifts.
I
Some blessings, you
Corrupted.
mean?
blessings. Well, it's a matter of context whether or not this will work out for you or not. After that, well, during that process, you got beat up by this big toad-looking guy who sure knew how to knock the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Ogre is super spooky now.
He's like ultimate spooky.
Yeah, man. You're cool. Pulling all that aside, what do you wish to do? Now that you've taken your long rest, you've rubbed your faces, put some elbow grease on, the whole kip and caboodle.
Things, probably.
Presumably you want to go some other place. Unless you wish to talk to these Nothics. They don't seem very talkative, though.
After this long rest thing, how's my HP total?
Back up to max.
Cool.
Long rests fully recover you in 5e.
Yeah, it's some really nice adventure donuts. They're all healthy now.
Yes. Now then. Oh no, arguing going on in the background. Man, that exploded casket sure looks cool. But there's another half of this. There's a lot of places you have not yet been in this area. And you came here for a reason. So I presume that you have plenty of motivation to go and open some doors and look at some people and shake some hands.
Die again?
As a real president would.
Hey, who died?
That was the frogman.
Nobody's died.
Yet.
I only came very close.
It's so dark around here. Dark, dark, dark.
SOB, 12 o'clock.
There's indeed a person sitting who looms up in the darkness as the thick clouds part ways. He does not seem to be paying you any particular or specific mind. Instead, kneeling in front of the large, faceless statue.
Oh, faceless.
He does not seem to have taken notice of you.
Well, if he's minding his own business, I don't see why we should. Looks busy.
I mean, do not bully is a good way to live your life.
Alright.
Statue.
Besides that, you're not sure if he can even see through the darkness all that well, so...
Well, he can probably hear us. Just...
Oh, there's plenty of noises going all around.
Oh.
There are footsteps, for example, coming out of the other hallway. There's the Nothics that scuffle around. There's the poltergeist that makes noise. This sounds like this place is completely quiet.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, Ogre, as you walk under the partially collapsed balcony, your eyes fall upon something quite curious. It is a room filled with debris and things.
Things?
Yes. This may have been an exciting vault at some point in history.
Oh. All right.
Things are the best kind of things.
What sort of things and debris do I see here? Right, some kind of sword there. Is that a pitchfork?
You notice that some of the stuff around here seems to animate. Ever so slightly.
Oh boy. Again. It's one of those rooms full of things.
Indeed.
Take on a defensive posture.
All these items, rusted or not, start to flow towards a single place.
Oh.
start to form this sort of golem-like creature.
Ah. Some sort of scrap golem.
I mean, rude. Also, there's a detail that I didn't know about that I should have known. But that'll be relevant when you go back to the Lich. Just remind me that when you go back to the Lich, that there's a detail I forgot about that secret passage you walk through.
Thanks, Golem.
Yes, it is a golem constructed out of multiple swords. It looks dangerous, is a nice way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It doesn't look too happy with you being in this room.
Oh.
That's not news.
Yeah, it really isn't anything news. Just gonna make sure this time you can't see the help bar for some odd reason. Before I pop this baby into the room.
Oh. I'm drawing my sword.
Ah,
Yeah.
The large creature stands before you.
big spooky man.
You don't know if calling it a golem is truly accurate, since this creature is made out of so many floating, hovering components that aren't like magically engraved. It's almost like a spooky combination of golem and poltergeist.
A spook golem.
It raises one of its arms up high, menacingly, and will initiate combat if you guys don't evacuate the room.
Well, do you speak, apparition?
If it does, it just seems very interested in having a pleasant conversation.
Well, you know.
So
worth
very
shot.
clearly, it is clearly a golem or a spook, since spooks and golems are both known for not being very nice and talkative. Or he's just
Maybe
rude.
this one was an exception.
I like your optimism there, boy.
Engage or flee.
Sword.
Oh. Guess I'm going last again.
Have at thee.
This looks like a mighty durable opponent, to say the least. I still need our two good friends, and then I'll just click and add them manually, since this always seems to get a fit. Who isn't on this list yet? It's Kira.
Yeah, I forgot to select my token, sorry.
The mighty tree.
Oh, the mighty three, yes. Alright, Netta, you're fast on your feet. You can move first, if you wish to engage. You also notice that the praying man is like, oh goodness, something is happening. There's all this clittering and clanging of metal. That's not very usual.
Of course, I don't want to engage. I want to hide behind Ogre.
You hide behind Ogre.
Not difficult.
The hero's way. Roll me your stuff. Because it is kind of awkward to hide behind someone in the middle of them taking it. Yep, you're hidden. For the golem's purposes, at least. For this massive creature's purposes. That brings the turn order to Ogre himself. Ogre,
Yep.
it's threatening you. It's big, it's tall. It's got enough
Well.
shields to block any blow.
I'm big and tall and have a big sword to crack those shields.
Show 'em what you got. Show 'em what you got.
Walk forward and go and roar, letting out my lightning. Well,
We'll find.
Slight tingle.
pew. Well, it's
So
a
the wrong
static
sheet.
snap. A little snap was static.
Oh my goodness, I hate this. I need to find a way to stop that.
Hey, he takes the whole 1 point. Hooray!
Truly, that will destroy this fiendish foe.
Hmm.
Well,
Well,
dealt a damage.
go for the reckless attack, as
You
is my
recklessly
want.
attack this fiendish foe. Just slam into him.
Big beefy
No,
attacks.
that's not gonna hit. No, I'm afraid.
Oh,
But you do hit him that one with a nice wide swing. Shields spark and clatter as they fly off. In the middle of this thing, you see a strange, glowing electric ball of sorts.
uh-huh.
It seems to be coalescing around some sort of gem or metal object. You can't quite tell because it's surrounded by electricity and the lighting makes it hard to tell the material composition. Pan!
That's me.
It's so big!
It's very big. I'm just gonna do the classic and give Skamos a bit of haste. It's right in front of me.
Skamos.
And then I'm going to take cover just outside the room. Just hide.
Oh heck, they updated this thing. Okay, that's cool. Alright, you have full cover from whatever may come next.
I don't want to die.
Skamos, you feel ready to take on the world.
Nice. So let's just charge in like a madman. That sounds good.
Who doesn't like charging in like a madman?
And then we can try out the new stuff I got. First, let's curse that big Spectre Golem dude.
Curse
And
him.
then I'm gonna attack with my Frost Tongue.
Is there any particular resistances against cold? Mm-hmm.
This
that's still a
golem
nice
needs
blow.
to chill out.
It's kind of difficult to hit this thing, but you managed to land a blow.
Then I'm gonna attack him again.
Now there's a good one. There's a blow to be proud of. The ice doesn't quite take hold since it's mostly made out of metal and stuff. But now comes its turn, and it's going to do something kind of funky. You see this whole thing sort of backing up for a moment. And then it just kind of charges on through everyone. You are hit by a clattering. A clattering, I dare say. Oh, this is weird. Well, I guess the proper term would be... what would a collection of swords be called? Well, doesn't really matter. Everyone along the way that is hit by 24 takes 14 points of force damage as they are smacked by many blades flying past them.
Ooh. Okay.
The creature does provoke attack of opportunity doing this, though. That means
Alright.
Netta, Skamos, and our good friend Ogre are all hit by a wave of just swords and stuff coming right at them. Swords and shields and pauldrons and sabatons. And cuirasses. And pauldrons.
Less than ideal.
You strike a blow.
Easy.
Nice. Good.
Well then, with that, it is Akira's turn.
Wow, that's awful.
Well, you do have advantage there, so you do actually manage to land a blow.
Gonna do a cool flip over this table and cast a Hunter's Mark.
Whoop! It is Hunter Lily marked. You're not quite sure what the Hunter's Mark, but you're sure the spell will work just fine if you hit all of it.
Bam.
You shoot your gun. Well, you're not hitting, so you don't have advantage, but you do hit it. Kapoom! And roll me the Hunter's Mark.
Whoops, I forgot to...
I'm not even sure where to unset advantage nowadays.
At the top of your core sheet is a little button that says
Yeah.
advantage toggle.
Yeah, I.
Roll me the 1d6, please. There we go. So it goes
The
up
one.
to... You notice that even... Despite the fact you're shooting a gun without proper, like, magic behind the bullet, you're only going to do so-so. Nada. Technically speaking, Panda's providing flanking opportunities, which means you will get your sneak attack on this attack. If you just rush
Wow.
it.
Okay.
Is that Blade Man?
He's a man made out of swords.
Why does his swords have handles if he has no hands?
Because Dr. Wily is an idiot.
Because Dr. Riley wanted to stand behind him and grab the handles and go, I'm Blade Man.
So on a scale of actually no need for a scale. How insane would it be to try to steal something right now?
I mean, what do you want to steal? Like, there are layers to this thing. There's, like,
Well.
swords and shields and bits of armor. Hey, there's a cool glove.
Yeah, okay. Whatever catches my end, if the glove is so cool.
The thing that catches your eye the most is the sparking core at the center, but you can't reach it from here without probably getting your arm cut off.
Yeah. Let's work layers here.
Alright. You see a nice floating, like, saber or something. So it's like
Yeah.
a scimitar, but more edge guard.
Wow.
You
Why do
steal a
I,
scimitar. Or
I
receiver.
can't even see this toggle button.
Oh yeah, it disappeared for me as well. I had to
Yeah,
go
and
into
me.
the
This is weird.
settings
Wait,
and
wait. I think I know how to do this.
Like, I remember being there last time.
Yeah.
it's in the settings. It's a if you
There
go
it
into the
is.
settings, there's the role queries. You can set to advantage toggle or several other things.
Yeah.
Anyway, you steal a saber.
Nice. I look at it after the fight. And then I shank it.
Okay, you're still checked. Oh, you're thief. You have them quick hands.
I have them quick things, yes.
Give him the stabbing.
Wow. I missed.
Whoop. You're too busy grabbing things. Ogre, your friend is too busy grabbing things.
Yeah, I get over there and then I just punch my fist into there and I try to grab the sparking jewel.
That's a frisky move. I'll tell you that much.
Eh,
If you
see a
attempt
weak-
to do so, you will take significant damage.
okay.
All right, then roll me some.
He's a beefy boy.
Roll me some sleight hands or athletics. Like whatever you think would
hand.
help trying to wrestle something out of a telekinetic grasp.
I'd say more muscle in this case, so athletics.
Right.
That's a
You can't beat that.
27.
But you still take a bunch of damage. In the form of 66. As your hand just gets slashed up and things fly into it. This is a whirling storm of metal.
Hmm.
You wrench
So-
out the electric ball. Do you have any sort of resistance against electricity?
Yeah.
In that case, you will not immediately spasm limply.
Ah,
It does, however,
Well-
sting significantly to hold.
I electricity is kind of my thing, so yeah,
Spark, spark.
I just
Eat that
sparking like that. And oh yeah, that 22. What sort of damage is that?
Physical, I'd say. So you can have that with your rage.
Yeah. So
It's sticking half your body into a tempest of swords damage.
yeah, so I'm attempting to rip this thing's heart out.
Yes, it still seems to have some degree of power to it, but you did basically just kind of, well, you're pretty sure you did a lot of damage there.
Grah.
Pan, you're standing next to this thing.
I'm panicking quite a lot because
Oh,
I
no.
was hiding out here so that I wouldn't have to be near it.
Mess of lightning here.
Hmm. This is a dumb plan, but can I use this on the sphere and make it really tiny?
What do you think that will do?
I don't know, make its magic weaker or something.
That's
No, make it
that's
big.
like literally the opposite of why most kobolds want to be spellcasters.
Make it big. It's a bigger target.
Like
Uh,
the magical
Yeah, but if
properties.
it's bigger, then maybe that'll make a bigger, like, tornado of death.
Well, fine, you can shrink it down to marble size if you want. You're not quite sure that that's how most forms of magic work, but maybe this is one of the situations where it does do something.
Nah, I feel like that's a dumb idea. That's why I was kind of pitching it as such.
Make it big.
It will always make it ogre bigger.
Oh, I can't. Well, now I realize I can't really. It's concentration based, so
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
give up the haste that I'm
Our
using.
good friend Scamos would lose his super Scamosness.
Yeah, stop being a speedy speed boy.
Hmm.
6 initiative.
Kira, why do you have damage? You were not hit by that storming rush. You were outside of its reach.
Me?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
Netta, Ogre, and
Whoops.
Scamos took damage.
Well, I'll just do a safe option and just heal Netta a little bit. Just right next to me.
Bap. Plus 10, baby. And that on a basic roll. That's nice.
Pat, pat.
Scamos, you watch as the pillar of metal sort of goes up, making itself tall. You're pretty sure that it's going to flatten itself out in a sense and sort of hit everything around it soon.
Oh, that's bad.
It's not so good, so...
You could try to wrestle it and push Pan out of the way, and then land the blow. Because shoving people doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. For the person moving, at least.
I wouldn't attack them anyway because
Well, you're currently within reach of this wave of blades. When it were to strike.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
You walk on over and push Pan out of the way. You still technically have any other attacks because it only takes one attack to push something. It doesn't take an action. Pan, you're nudged aside as Scamos rushes in, seeing this creature wind up something fierce.
Let's hit him again.
Miss.
No!
yes.
It's like there's so many shields. You're slashing into a pillow.
I'm still haste, so... How does that work? Can I shoot attack my
You basically
second
get one
spell?
extra attack. Or disengage or hide.
Oh, what creature can attack again then?
Another whiff. This thing is hard to hit.
Oh man!
Then all the metal splatters down. Everyone immediately around it takes this damage. And it's an automatic hit. Oh no!
Oh no.
You just watch as a wave of swords and sharp metal edges fly towards you, each of which magically animated.
Grah.
This is not physical damage. So, no reducing this one.
Hmm.
Also, it rolled really bad in that second damage roll. Oof. 3 2s. Kira! Large metal whirlpool is starting to consume your friends.
So you said non-magic weapons don't seem to damage it much?
No. The fact that it's
Some-
mostly made out of metal seems to make it difficult to do so.
In that case, I'm going to load a +1 and shoot again. I'm gonna try to aim for the crystal ball thing.
Which
That's the thing
ogre
Ogre's holding.
took.
Yeah, at this point, Ogre's still holding on to that.
Hmm.
Is that it?
Well, since Ogre's holding on to it, Ogre, do you do anything to try and preserve the ball from getting shot?
Well, I was planning on just trying to crush it in my fist.
So no. In that case, you hit. As this is not surrounded by many, 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 many things. Alright then.
Yeah,
In that case,
Just my
Two.
fingers.
you notice that many swords and shields sort of limply fall off as it loses almost all cohesion. Clunk, clunk.
Oh.
Nada. Go, go, go. Finish it off.
Go, go, Power Ranger.
Go, Super Netta.
Huh.
The hero of boys and girls everywhere.
Huh. Hey, look, I hit this thing.
Boom.
Stabby.
Your rapier slides in to strike at something that catches your eye. It's a floating ring that sparkles for a moment. Your
Ooh,
rapier
that's
slides
magic.
right into the ring's gem and with a crack, all the metal falls silent. And the thing disperses.
Urgh.
Then you hear the loud clattering of many bits of metal. Ow. But hey, it's gone now.
Urgh.
Okay, now time to find out what the saber grabbed was.
Well,
Hmm.
it's a pretty rusty looking saber. Well,
Huh.
except the edge. The edge is like surprisingly sharp looking. Like, dang, that's one hell of an edge for a rusty old saber. Almost looks like diamond.
Wow.
I would like to scavenge through the pile of swords to look for the crystal, if it's still in one piece.
Well, Ogre held onto
And-
it, and when you shot it, you put a big crack in it.
Does it look specifically like a crystal, or just some orb of magic?
Now that you like have it out, it honestly kind of looks like an alloy of like conventional gemstones, like crystal molecules and metal, if anything.
How about this?
I smash it too. I pulverize it in my fist. What's left of it?
It's easy enough to do now that the crystal's mostly cracked.
I healed myself with the Hexblade feature.
Ah,
Because I cursed the dude.
Crunch.
There was a cool glove somewhere in there.
Yeah.
yeah, there was technically. Ooh, cool glove.
Is it still there?
Yeah. It's like one of those, you know how Belmore's character in 7th Sea had like a big fancy glove? That's basically what this looks like a big chunky metal glove.
Ah, that guy.
Great, now you have to deal with everyone riposting everything.
Like you feel safe just clenching your fist and stuffing that into boiling oil.
Ooh.
It's not really what metal gloves are made for, but that's the feeling you get of safety.
Yeah, do not try that at home.
So it's a metal oven glove.
Yee. Ow, the edge. No. The crystal wasn't magical once the poltergeist went away. It if anything, it looked like a fancy paperweight.
Gonna go looking into the room, see if there's anything of interest here.
You took a look around. The description of this place being a vault seems accurate. There's like a couple of coins scattered around, but for the most part, this place has been picked clean from top to bottom.
I kick some of the walls to, vent out the last stretch of my rage.
You can't help but notice that there's like a trapdoor over here. Or at least there's like a seam that goes around in a square formation. You're pretty sure this is
Oh.
underneath that passage to the Lich's place.
Oh. So that's in the ceiling?
Yes. You don't know how it opens because the seam is so perfect that either it falls out directly down, which doesn't make sense since you walked over it and nothing seemed to happen, or it's magically removed at some point in some fashion.
Alright. Well, I pointed out to the more thievery and magical among us.
Skamos, you don't really see. Well, you do hear like a light applause, but that's like the it.
Amazing.
Like
I'd
he
like
doesn't
to-
even look up. He's just like,
I'd like to take a closer look at the guy without him seeing me.
Good, because I have a handout for his face.
faces.
You have
This
face,
economy?
you face haver.
As a short horse,
What do you do
Oh, so it's
in this
He's
fine
an
room?
elf.
not that SOB stalker.
I'm just kind of poking the trap door with my staff. Just like,
Yeah, that doesn't budge like at all. That doesn't feel like your traditional trapdoor, just like just that little edgy gif. This is as solid as the rest of the ceiling.
well, I can rage it, so whatever. Ceiling's my one enemy.
Oh man, it's a less beautiful album.
Rude.
I'd like to proclaim, wait, you're not Strahd, at the mysterious figure. As
The man slowly gets up from his prostrated position in front of the statue. He dusts himself off and almost seems insulted at such a statement. You
I mean,
dare
I
say
would
such
be.
a thing. What are your personal reservations with Lord Strahd?
He's a big dummy, and we're gonna go beat him up.
Good.
That's very straightforward.
Honesty is the best policy.
Is such the way you intend to treat the lord of this realm, shall we say? Beat
Yes.
him up? What do you hope to achieve with such petty violence?
Him not being alive anymore would be a goal.
I fail to
He's
see
a
how
vampire.
such achieves any particular objective.
Or rather, more dead than he is currently.
Terrible. His fate is quite terrible, isn't it? While I personally have no reservations with what he does in his spare time, it's gotten a little out of hand against the productivity of this place.
And you might be.
I am his, shall we say, right hand. You will address me as Rahadin.
Rahadin.
Yes.
Well, I'm ogre.
Yes, I would say so. And the rest of
Let's
this
go.
ragtag group of noble slayers.
Kind of lean over to Ogre and go, I think he just insulted you, bud.
Huh? Used to that.
What brings you to the Amber Temple? This is no place for people who kill vampires.
Why did we come here?
Just like the picture, you constantly has like an eyebrow cocked. It's like, well.
if I were to say that we were sightseeing, would you believe us and go away?
Wait, if you think you are what?
Sightseeing.
The tourists.
People do not come to the Amber Temple for sightseeing.
Maybe
You
they should.
do.
Very nice.
And you would be the first. I'm not inclined to believe trendsetters. You guys have a few solid reasons to be here that are not sightseeing that might not immediately piss him off.
Yeah, but not gonna tell him, maybe.
Ah, yes, you probably shouldn't tell Strahd's right hand about your fiendish plans.
In a finish? No, we're the good guys.
That's what the winners always say.
Exactly.
We'll
Winners
see
like
who's
victory.
fiendish when we're done.
You can stop hiding behind that statue already.
Kira hides further behind the statue.
I don't find it very assuming to be talking to someone who insists on hiding the whole day.
Yeah, okay, fine. There, you got me.
You got me. Oh no. Well, my business here is concluded, so unless you have any business with me, which I doubt, I'll be taking my leave. Ogre! As you come closer, you start hearing voices in the back of your head. The agonized screams of war. It unsettles you to hear. Get too much closer, and you might find yourself very uncomfortable.
I look around, see the source of these noises.
Your proximity to Rahadin appears to be what amplifies the sound.
Yeah, look at him in a weird way. Yes.
Do you intend to back off, or do you intend to hold your ground against him?
Well, I just kind of wandered closer. What is your business here anyway?
My lord, as I said, has been in quite the situation. Redirecting efforts in strange places. Doing things I approve less of than his usual fare. I feel that whatever dark touch has rendered him immortal has gotten to his head. And I just hate to see him in such a continuous state of despair.
What did a family member of his die or something?
In a sense, yes.
Yeah, we wouldn't know anything about that, no sir.
I would like to ask what that implies. Who have you been killing around here that has association with the Lord of Barovia?
Well,
No one important.
bunch of werewolves, I guess.
Well, to be fair, that would count as self-defense by the law of the land.
Maybe
Freedom!
Now then, as I said, since we have no business, I'll be taking my leave.
Yes. Well, nice chat.
Certainly. I will make sure Castle Ravenloft is prepared for a stay of 5. Or perhaps I should count your friends outside as well.
Yeah, probably best.
I do recommend parking your larger vehicle somewhere outside the gates. It's very impolite to take large horses inside.
Yeah, sorry, there weren't any parking bays marked.
And he walks up the stairs and vanishes in the shadows of the darkness.
Bye.
Alone with this kick-ass statue.
Is its face still shrouded in darkness?
Yes.
I go pick up a
Kira.
rock and
Kira, since you've been rubbing up against the back of the statue so long, roll me a perception or investigation check.
I always forget where these are for some reason. There it is. 10.
Okay, well in that case you don't find anything special. I didn't notice anything special about your good friend, so... Step
So
2. What do you do?
I go pick up a rock from the rubble here and throw it into the darkness in the into the darkness
You
behind
don't
the
quite know where
face.
you're aiming at, so you just hear clunk, and then you see the rock fall back down again.
Huh. So it's not a hole. Okay. I was just curious
There
about
might
that.
be a hole there, but you can't see any.
Well,
And you don't know where to aim either.
wait, how big is the face?
Large enough that a random rock might hit the face over any holes that may be there. Like the whole face isn't a hole, that much you can confirm.
Hmm.
Maybe it's just the eyes. Like with the Statue of Liberty. Or something. Although I don't think that one has actually has eye holes. Anyway.
Alright. Read the statue.
It does sound hollow, though.
Oh. Does it now?
So
Well, did I like to go and climb inside? If there's...
inside, probably not. But you were trying to throw something there, and I guess I could try to deliver it.
I mean, you could always climb up there and just rub your hands on the face. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
It's not like there's an axe murderer inside waiting to pull your arm in and chop it off.
Hmm.
Yeah, help me up.
Yeah, messing with the spooky statue really seems like a bad idea.
Yep. I hoisted it up with one arm.
Can I get onto the hands from up here, or do we have to
It's
be?
easy enough for you to clamber up.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my rope. I'm gonna toss it to her and hold on to it.
You don't know what this rope is for, but you have it.
It's in case something happens, so we can yank it.
You
Just
climb
in
up
case of an accident.
to the face, I assume. Once you're at said face, sure is dark. The magical darkness is impenetrable by your conventional vision, but you can rub your heads along it, in which case you will find that indeed the eyes appear to be empty, like there's holes in there. It's not a small cavity either, like, feeling around, you've got enough space to move much of your hand and even go in all the way to the shoulder if you want. If you feel that's a smart idea.
I was kind of hoping to poke around there with maybe that saber or another sword.
You poke the saber
see.
inside. Poke, 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 poke. It's a really big open space, and like you feel it, this might actually... It's not big enough for someone to build like a small studio or like a workroom of sorts. A bit cramped, but you could do it.
Hold on, so there's like an entire room within the head of the
Judging by
statue?
how much space you can find with your sword, yes.
Yeah, guys, it's bigger on the inside.
That's even more concerning.
Oh, it's like that thing from the thing, you know? Wink.
What thing you mean?
Wink.
Well, let's see.
Can you find any hinges?
Hinges, what for?
Like a hatch to open it up?
Odds are the hatch would not be up there.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the face comes off.
Ooh, that is a good point.
I mean, if you want the face to come off, you can just do your thing, you know?
Climb up there yourself and smash it like a jerk.
Well,
I mean, I don't see why we would leave anything in this entire cursed place intact.
Yeah, there's no real reason not to smash it to pieces.
Good point. I climb on up there beside her and punch the face.
You prepare your hand and punch it. Kaboom! That face is not made out of stone, because once you punch it, a small layer of like mortar, cement-ish stuff breaks off, and a metal plate reveals itself. Revealing being the operant word here, because you only really notice this when you put your hand out to feel where the hole should be, and you just feel unbent metal.
Well, they made this thing sturdy.
Pushing the metal around a bit, it seems to be separate from the rest of the statue.
I try to pull on it then.
Athletics, please.
Yep.
Mostly so that you don't fall off yourself. You have big muscles now.
Ugh.
Well, you lose your grip, but you manage to pull it off. You hold on with one hand by the statue as a big faceplate clanks down. In front of the faceplate is this continuous darkness. It's too big for anyone to wear since it's kind of large, but it might make a nice shield. It's got 2 eye holes. You can see through it.
Perfect for arrows to come flying through.
Yes.
We could plug these.
Well,
You can also now see the interior of the building if you have any sort of light source or dark vision to see inside. In which case you would see a place where there are plenty of books. In fact, there's like a chair shaped that's made out of books. Books shaped like a chair in a desk. And there's a note on this book desk.
Well, go on in.
So there's an entire library within the statue's head.
Calling it a library is very generous. This is more like a random assortment of books. Everyone watches as ogre vanishes into the face.
Yep, ogre.
What do you wish to do with this massive collection of knowledge, ogre? And that note?
Knowledge.
Well, scratch my head. Well, it's some books. And, like, pick up the note.
Yeah, the note stands out because it's like the one and only separate piece of paper you see around here. It's the equivalent of a post-it note in a library. You notice it. You pick it up, and written in several languages. Infernal, Draconic, Abyssal, Elven, Dwarvish, and Common, and also Undercommon, for posterity's sake, is written, I have what you want. I'll deal with you when I'm ready.
Cryptic.
Is there any kind of, like, signed or letter or something?
It's signed by the guy who has your sword. And by cross-referencing it across languages, you're pretty sure that the term deal does not imply like killing, but more like trading, negotiating.
Well, there's a note about someone having someone else's sword.
Didn't you come here for a sword?
We did?
Oh.
The sun sword is here, isn't it?
I
Sword of
mean,
light.
we know that some kind of weapon is in.
A sword of light. It's a great champion's blade.
Oh.
Well, that would make sense.
Jesus God, through the mountain. At the end of...
Yeah,
Okay.
it's specified as a sword of sunlight, the hooded one.
Right. Well, I clamber on back out since I'm not truck with.
Everyone who was
knowledge.
standing down there, you notice that the darkness sort of lessens and dampens as this is completed. The mask seems to be the source of the darkness, so that now that it's been removed, you don't have to worry about standing in the dark anymore.
Hooray!
Oh, wow.
I pick it up.
You pick up the mask. Slowly around you, a globe of darkness begins to form.
Oh, great. More particle effects around Ogre.
I just wear it on my back. Since, two-handed sword.
You leave this weird trail of darkness wherever you walk, but it looks kind of cool. As does the polished black metal.
Yeah.
Chew.
That's a long ass beam, though. Anyway, you found the Mask of Shadows. In this room, there is a doorway to the northeast, a doorway to the south, opening to the east. There's statues in the alcove, so they don't appear to be anything too special. Don't worry about them.
That sounds like something that we should worry about then.
I think I'll also do you a favor and remove this stuff since this won't be relevant anymore. No, I said remove it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, if you the secret entrance is in the back where Kira was fumbling around for a while. What do you wish to do? You can go east,
Check
you
it
go
out.
east. You go over to this door.
Or close to it.
You
Pull out a bunch of books and throw them towards Pans, hoping that she can make sense out of them.
Oh man, books!
Yeah, there's a whole library down there.
Heck yeah!
Whole library.
I want to read some books.
Library.
Because
Wizards
knowledge is
like
power.
books, right?
You silly beans.
Yeah, I don't understand either. Like, there's approximately 100 sword line in a pile over there, and I guess none of them are important, but they are there,
Hmm.
and they want to know about them. And then there's the issue of
Oh.
all these books, and like, what do designers think that no one would be curious?
Yeah, is there anything interesting in these books now that I've had them thrown at my face?
Does the pile of swords and whatnot seem to have a anything that would look like a sun sword?
There's a few weapons that you pick up. You're like, hey, this looks kind of yellowish. Some of them are gilded. You can tell because the edge and all it contains the actual metal underneath. One is an actual golden sword, but yeah, it's pretty optimistic.
Yeah, well, I swing them around a bit, see if they look fan.
I'm pretty sure the sword made of solid gold or sword covered in like gold plating would fetch a good price.
Yeah,
Worthless in combat.
Okay.
of course, yeah, but
Well,
hey, do we even have any use for money here?
I take the gold sword. It looks fancy.
It's like it's a long sword and it's worth like 10 times its base value because it's made entirely out of gold.
Ooh.
Heavy as all
Odds
hell.
are though that since it's a very fine gold sword, you could probably trade up a little more than it's actually worth. Since it's like a really weird item you'll never find. Netta and Kira are patting the door. It doesn't open to any attempt to open it. It's magically locked by the feel of it.
Oh, phooey.
Okay, so I guess our mundane thieving skills won't work. Oh well.
Well, they will. You can still try to thieve it, but it takes effort.
Really? Okay, so dexterity?
Yes. Or intelligence, either or.
Yeah, but dexterity is my better stat, so you know.
Oh my goodness. Little cat's patting at the door. Pat. He said, no, it's a bar loving kitty all over the hills.
Whoa.
So,
Jesus.
I swear.
Netta spent some time fumbling with the lock. Doesn't quite achieve what is hoped. And as you leave your tools in, Kira steps in and sort of brute forces whatever is keeping it stuck. The door swings open. You are presented. Let me just remove that door so you can take a look. With piles of stuff.
Oh no, it's stuff.
It's so much
Treasure
stuff.
room.
Like piles of gold. You see bottles, you see crystal balls, symbols. This helm's made of fine goldish metal.
Suspicious.
And a hole in the back wall.
And there's a hole in the back wall. Yes.
Well, someone seems to have robbed this place before us.
Well,
So, no sans are in these treasure piles.
You're pretty sure that if a sun sword would glow.
Yeah, and all this just gleams.
Sure.
Well,
Do you wish to inspect the exact contents of any of these particular piles?
Sure.
I mean,
I
with
believe you.
GM
Yes.
patience, yes.
I mean, there's a good list here of what I can tell you what it is. So who wants to check first? I'll say
By rifling through a pile.
ogre drops into a pile.
Oh.
As you drop into said pile, unfortunately you notice that the vast majority of coins on this pile are wood. They don't clink and clang as they should.
Dang it.
Then one of the
Chocolate coins.
The helms, the design of which you could best call elvish, sort of roll on top of your head. There are also some books on this pile, and there's like a nice black stick sticking out of it.
Ugh.
Shiny black stick at that.
Hey, Pan, there's a steak.
Sticks? I have 2 of those.
Kara jumps,
3 if you include my wand.
Kara jumps into a far cooler pile.
Ooh.
This cool pile contains 12,000 silver pieces. Ooh.
Oh my.
There are like a bunch of ring mails and breastplates made of very shiny metal. There's an awesome looking silver rapier with a glass hilt, it seems. It's very pinkish in color and design. Some great swords sticking out, forming the circle around it, and a cool looking chalice that sat on top before you jumped in like a fool.
Hey, look, it's the Holy Grail.
Oh no, wait, you're jumping over there. Then who's in this pile? Oh, that is you. No, that's not you. Sorry, Kira. That pile.
Pan.
I described the wrong pile. We'll just say that's the pile then. I'll just switch these tokens around that tell me which pile's which.
Okay.
There we go.
Well,
Pam, do you dive into this pile like everyone else, like a greedy boy?
Of course I do.
Pam just dives in. This is a whole bunch of silver pieces.
I'm already cursed. How much worse can this get?
It's 20,000 copper pieces. It's littered with shiny, sparkly gemstones. There are bits and pieces of plate mail, a bunch of shields. And then you notice that at the bottom is a sarcophagus the size of a child.
Oh,
ooh,
great.
that sounds just mildly cursed.
That sounds
My
heavy.
favorite.
Yes, a rapier that has like glass, but when you ping it, it doesn't feel as brittle as glass.
It's a Skyrim glass.
Yeah, it's that Skyrim glass kind of stuff, but pinkish. If you combine the sticks, Steakatron.
I'm just going to end up covered in sticks. Given that, we've been looking at frickin' sarcophaguses this whole time, I'm going to examine the Kid Coffin.
You examine the Kid Coffin. It's worth money. It's made out of black wood. It has, it's just really nice. You want to open it?
Very carefully.
You very carefully.
I hope there's not a child in there.
Inside is silk lining, but there's no child inside.
Oh, thank God.
Cheated.
Someone emptied my lunchbox.
Still, though, if anyone needs a cool child coffin, you got one.
I mean, I'm guessing I would fit in there, but I don't really want to.
You want to jump into a pile too? In that hole in the back?
No.
You could easily squeeze in.
I mean, into the sarcophagus.
Coffin.
That Pan found.
I need to check that because you might. You see, the thing is, if you're a small character, if your species is small, you are child-sized. This is the thing people forget, but small is like really small.
Yes,
You're a
I
halfling.
know.
You would fit in this box.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
We can bury Netta if need be.
Keep that in mind. After last session.
Yeah. So I guess there is no way to investigate the pile without jumping into it, so...
Well, you can always just look at the pile.
Well, this bottom right one then.
You look at the pile you're adjacent to. It's mostly composed out of iron ingots. There's some holy symbols sticking out, chalices. Oh, there's a skull that looks like a demi-lich on top because it's just littered with gems. Surrounding it is a stack of warhammers with picks balanced on top. Scamus dives into a pile like a hero. This is one that's 10,000 silver pieces, several crystal balls which luckily don't shatter when you jump in. There's a bronze crown with shiny gem-eye dragons. You're not quite sure what this is, but it's like a clockwork box. And several vases, each of which is filled with ash. Kira, what do you do in the back of the room?
I'm just looking through the cracks, trying to examine this room on the far side.
As you come in close to the cracks in the wall, you bump into something? You're not quite sure why. And then, after a little bit of time, you notice that there's like a golem stuck in the wall.
Ugh!
Like this golem tried to push it in, but it got stuck. And at some point it became invisible, and now it's visible again.
Great going, dingus.
It doesn't seem able to move in this current position. It's only obstructing one of the entrances, though, so you can always just kind of squeeze by that. So
No, I don't want to be slow again.
Does it seem like, hostile?
it seems animate and hostile, but it's stuck.
Okay, good. Then I won't help it.
I mean, how do you tell if something is stuck whenever it's hostile? It's just kind of moving around trying to get free.
So can I have a look at that stick that Ogre found? Because I like sticks. I'm a wizard.
It's a cane. It's got like that crook at the end, like with sugar canes.
Oh, yeah.
It's made out of glass-ish stuff. Obsidian, maybe? It's got a swirl and spiral of gold across it. And atop the bottom is this very hard ruby thing. You're pretty sure you would scratch up someone's floor with that.
Wow. Fancy.
I'm just waggling it around, see if it does anything.
Well,
if
you're
it
not
shoots
particularly
lightning.
magical, so that's not anything you can coax out of it.
Well, Pan, you like sticks.
Heck yeah.
Here's a stick.
You
And
could
some
use it as
books.
an arcane focus.
There's also a couple of books in here. Does the helmet fit my meaty head?
No.
Well, how persistent are you going to be? Are you going to try every helmet or just the one that looks the biggest?
The biggest.
In that case, no.
Not biggest. Well, they're made by elves, so not terribly surprising.
If only they made a magical helm. Magic items fit anyone and everyone at once.
Well,
I'm going to look for a small one then.
You find a small helmet. The smallest one fits almost nicely on your head. It's just a smidge too big, but hey, fits better than it has any right to.
Nice. Yay. I hope this will help me in any way.
It has this feathery motif with some sticks and twigs. It's very opulent.
Nice. I hope it helps in any way.
Has any pile not been rifled through yet?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure the middle pile here has not been examined closely yet.
Yeah.
I'll wander over there since mine was mostly wooden coins.
This one is 7,000 electrum pieces, each of which has Strahd's face on it, if you examine it at all. There are a whole bunch of empty bottles, each of which is labeled with expensive wine names, to the best of your knowledge. At least they look expensive. There's a trunk. When you open it up, it's filled with dresses and gowns and attire for fine occasions. You could really look the part with this. There's also some 10 pieces of fine jewelry to accent that, with some money on the side, and strange statuettes, like tiny like 2 hands or so sized statuettes of deities made out of amber and ceramic.
Interesting. I stuff all of that into my chest that I carry around, and a sack. I also have a sack.
Shoots fire and shit everywhere.
Can I check that clockwork box?
The best way to describe it is imagine like a cube wireframe, very thick metal, and then inside is like a whole bunch of gears and things. You're not quite sure where to touch it, or to twist it, or to push it to make it do anything.
Oh, can I have the pile's contents in a text form so I can copy it more easily?
Fine. But I have to edit some things.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to grab. I'm going to look at the skull, gems on it. Then grab one of the helmets, which looks about the right size, and try to slam it on top of the skull so that it's contained.
Yes, please hide the gem-covered skull. Please. I don't want to look at it. It's ugly. It's horrid.
It looks like it's about to come alive.
Yeah, so that's why I'm putting it in the helmet.
Exciting. You've achieved your objective of putting the skull in a helmet. It looks very fashionable.
Then I put the helmet skull in a sack.
Well, sure. You put the other helms in the sack.
Well, need to protect your skull.
I'm busy compiling things here, so. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm carrying a lot of stuff.
Oh, whoops.
Whoa,
Whoops,
that's
whoops,
a lot.
whoops. Yeah, that's not even all of it. Ignore that last one. I've not edited that one yet to be updated.
Coin stamped with the profile visage of Strahd. What a douche.
Dude, he
Yes,
owns the
out
land.
there.
Of course it's going to be in
He's-
his...
Out there printing
Yeah.
coins for himself.
He's gonna print money. He needs them for his stupid shit that he did.
Well, I'm almost done, so that's nice.
You gotta love when a villain makes their own currency.
I mean, if they're
Yes.
noble.
Eight Warhammers and 6 Warpix sounds like some dwarves were around here.
I mean, considering the place is built into a mountain and there's some fine stonework and amber stuff, yes.
Yeah. So wonder that there was a helmet that fits over if those were dwarves. That was a big dwarf then.
There. Anyway. You have all this loot to pick up and stuff in the boxes.
Wait. An
What's the
obsidian? An obsidian
cave.
cave?
Yeah,
Cane.
that's the thing that
Arcane!
Pan picked up.
Okay.
On my stick.
But how does that work? How can you find a cave out of obsidian with conflict? Alright. So I'm gonna grab that bronze crown thing.
It's a bronze crown. It fits neatly atop your head,
Nice.
which is weird because
When I
it
run
didn't when you
around
picked
with
it
it
up.
now.
It didn't fit neatly when you picked it up, and now it does.
Magics! Amazing.
How big is this trunk filled with dresses and gowns?
Well, let's say it's like a couple, like 3 to 4 foot wide, a foot or so deep. It's a pretty big trunk. But it has everything you need to host a cool dress party.
How unrealistic would it for me to just strap that on my back?
I mean, we can just say that you put it in the abstract location of to be put in the loot house later.
Yeah, but there is the combination of my 25 strength and a powerful build.
We'll just say that whenever you have to carry it, you'll just kind of sling it over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Who needs to buy load bearers when you are the load bearer? What do you wish to
yeah.
do in this fine room?
So I guess we can come back here later to when we'll be leaving. We'll just loot literally everything out of this to
Sure.
Delicious,
plan.
love it.
and haul it onto the walk-in house.
Pan, you peeking through the cracks, you see some boxes.
Ooh, boxes.
You see boxes and some staircase. Past the golem, at least.
If you'll excuse me, I'll go first.
Okey-doke. You're the super sneaky snake man woman.
Yeah, we're getting some good rolls.
Nada, do you have anything that would give you a particular danger sense as a thief? You have a
Sorry?
rapier of warning, actually. So
Yeah, I
the
do.
rapier's like, going in there is not the smartest of ideas. There's something awaiting in those boxes.
Well, I'm hidden, so hopefully they won't notice when I...
Well, if you're being
probably-
particularly stealthy, then no, nothing seems to happen.
But I know there's something off about the box.
Your rapier strongly implies there is.
Oh,
But that's just a theory.
well... oh, hey, there's two of these evil spirit. 3 of them.
Three of
Okay.
them, now you get a good look around.
Yeah.
The one that you're closest to, over here in the east alcove, represents a skeleton with flesh growing from to the foot up. Sort of like a transition. The one over here is a skeleton dressed in fine robes holding a spellbook of sorts. And the one in the west is a refined-looking man. You can only see that something is off by the very sharp fangs poking out of his over his lips.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll tell as much to the party that there's something dangerous about the boxing, so if you all go in there prepared to be ambushed.
Kira.
Yep.
You're smart enough to notice that the golem might be able to move through that passage if he moves forward instead of trying to pull out backwards. So even if there's something risky in the other room, you might be able to leverage this golem to your advantage.
What was that? You cut out?
The golem that is stuck in the wall because it's trying to move in your direction instead of moving further down the passage.
It's hit the bottleneck on this side.
Yes.
There isn't a different one on the other side, so it could go back into that room, and it probably won't trigger the boxes, but who knows.
It might,
Oh.
and then it will fight whatever's in there.
That would be cool.
It's your call.
Go back and they're still sneakily. And then what do we have?
Sure, if you poke the golem and get its attention.
Yeah,
Turn
but
around.
Or you could just shove him.
yeah, but that sounds unsneaky.
That's not very
I'll-
thief of you.
You know what? I'll just grab one of the loose pieces of rubble and toss it at the golem's back, then hightail it out of there.
It moves closer. And then with a loud rumble, some of the cave partially collapses, partially is made wider by his movements. As it pops out the other end.
How did he even get in there?
As it makes enough noise in this room, you hear the cracking and shattering of boxes.
Gasp.
You have awakened an encounter of 6 vampire spawn.
Why would they... Okay.
It's the Strahd special.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments in Curse of Strahd where there's just some fucking vampires in boxes.
Strahd,
They're
I, for
all-
one, can understand
They're all going to
the urge to
fight.
hide in a box.
So who's got the popcorn?
We can all just hide back here.
I mean, you don't think the golem's got the odds here.
We will have to deal with whatever is left.
Yeah, let's fight the winner. When they're all very beaten up.
We'll just fight the winner, sure. Don't forget vampire spawns regenerate, which gives them a keen advantage in this fight. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Also, the majority of them seem to be going first, starting off with this handsome fellow who rushes in. You hear the loud shrieking of a creature. And the golem chips ever so slightly. It is still quite resistant to conventional forms of physical attacks. No, we'll just say that all the vampire spawn rushes in and swarms him. Oh boy. They attack with reckless abandon. 1, 2.
I preemptively load my rifle with all my silver bullets.
Cool.
Just in case.
The golem chips and cracks and has lost a sizable portion of its health already. And it is yet to attack.
Hey, Scamus, you wanna put your scary darkness thing over there?
I think Scamus was BRBing.
Alright. Hey, Pan, you got a bomb?
Cool.
I have a stinky cloud, but I don't think that does damage.
Rolling into
Stuns.
vampires.
Many of the vampires are now slowed. With all the consequences thereof. You guys can give me your initiative and act as you wish, if you wish to engage.
Yeah, I guess this is a good time.
Everyone gets 1 action for free.
Hooray!
After that, we will see what happens.
How easy is it to charge in there?
Man, everyone were really good on this. Who is not yet on this list? It's good friend Skamos. It's your boy, Skamos. Everyone gets their action, and then the turn order begins proper.
Okay, I would like to... Can I, from this position, shoot one of the vampires?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to say it's being flanked by the golem.
Ooh.
Yep. I mean, it is. If it doesn't matter if it's an ally. I think it has to be hostile to the creature you're aiming at. Okay, well, is there any magic in this attack?
And it's a sharp with a mundane arrow, no.
Well, in that case, well, you still do a good chunk of damage. Let's see, that's a 9. So that's 26 plus 16. So that's a 42 if I'm correct. Going down to 21.
Yeah, well.
And I would like to aim at the same one.
You hit. Really now. Doesn't do much. These creatures are not particularly weak to silver. Like you do piddly baby damage.
I rolled 2 nat ones.
Nada.
It's time to do it again and then retreat.
Another solid blow, this time at 26, going down to 13.
Yeah.
That creature looks injured.
Cool. Then I'll go here and then I'll use my cannon action to hide. I believe I can do that.
Yeah, I don't think you really need to take an action to hide if you're that out of view.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Okay, Kira, then Pan, then the vampire spawn, then the ogre can get involved. It's very chunky and clogged up over there. What do you do, Kira?
There's not much I can do from over here, so I guess I'll fire again.
That's a hit. Still a decent hit. The vampire looks half gone. Pam!
That's me.
The vampires might start noticing you guys if you keep making so many explosions.
Well, I'm going to take a hot second to make one of those, like, dried potions we picked up before.
Right. Where was that random potion table we had for this? Roll me that D100 then.
Oh.
Oh. You don't want to drink this potion. You want to throw this potion.
Oh, well, I was kind of hoping for that.
Like, it started to shake
To be honest.
violently in your hand that it feels uncomfortable to hold on to. What do you wish to do?
Off it goes into the hole.
Yeah, I want to toss it into that big old mosh pit over there.
It cracks against the golem as it swings one of its fists at the vampire spawn. Suddenly, this large sploosh of water appears. All the vampire spawn are effectively hit by running water,
Ooh.
Oh no!
which
Yeah,
dampens
they're
their
wet.
regenerative abilities and also deals 20 acid damage.
Jesus.
It's almost like it's the perfect potion for this situation.
That's
It's
some
a potion of create water for some reason. You can't blame a guy for having some creativity in that invention.
Well, I mean,
Hey, it's the dehydrated water. Just add water to get water.
I don't know. Maybe you're not supposed to add water. Anyway, that's the wrong person's hit. There we go. There we go. All taken care of. Yeah, they won't regenerate this turn. It's sneak attack. Well, roll me the sneak attack for your 2 attacks then. You might just kill this bugger. Nope.
Now you have a single die of sneak attack.
The vampire spawn. It is slow down. So claw this creature. It whiffs. Ogre. Go, go,
Slow
go.
down.
You can easily push your way past and get into the fray if you wish to engage with them.
Yeah, I'll do exactly that. I jam myself into the hole and take a swing at the closest one.
Your sword flies out of the hole, out of nowhere.
Ah.
Slam! The vampire spawn is slammed into the wall and falls silent as you basically bisect it.
And
It turns to
Can
ash on the floor.
can I move still?
Yes.
Yep. Well,
5 of you can split
I
up
think-
your actions and movement as you wish.
Nice. So second attack.
Boom! Your sword cleaves through with efficiency. That's way too much. I typed one too many ones there.
And is it still standing?
Yes, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I take my bonus attack then.
That just it's almost down. Like it's half melting, it's half cut in half as you just chop at it like a tree. Scamos, you hear the usual vigorous slashing of ogre.
Flashing of electricity.
Well, there are some sparks coming off Greyfang, yes.
Yeah,
Just, the usual ogre noises.
I'm
So
not
good
yet
stuff.
not yet in rage mode.
Situation's under control.
Can I actually see kind of what's going on? Because
You can see this one, which is
Kind of
not slowed.
scooch.
You can always just try to squeeze in a bit and get a better view. The golem can't eat you as long as you don't go adjacent to it.
oh man.
You can
Is
easily
it
shoot
kind
a
of-
golem too.
Think I can really get in there, so the best thing I can do is just throw in some Elvish Blast.
Oh, so it isn't Hunger of Hadar time.
Ogre's too
Not this time, I think.
Fire at will, Captain.
Okay. Can I target one that got already hit somehow?
You can. They're all technically already hit, but.
Oh, if I remember correctly, I can now
You
try
could try
out
to
that
aim
cone
at the
of
one Ogre's
cold.
fighting. Maybe kill it. You'll need some luck, though.
I want to try out that cone of cold.
Sure. You don't have to worry about the
Clone that.
golem. He's a golem.
So I just visit a 60-foot cone. Yeah, I just want to throw it so that I don't hit ogre.
If you stand in that entrance and blast outwards,
Yeah.
you'll hit just about all the vampire spawn and the golem, except the one that's in the
Perfect.
alcove, and you won't hit ogre either.
Perfect. Let's do that then. So that's a cone of cold. That is each creature in 60-foot cone must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 88 cold damage on a failed save. That's a lot.
That's big cold.
Yes. And I've decided that you can use this one for free once a day. So you get this nice little ace up your sleeve in case you are surrounded. Lucky for you, these guys aren't resistant to cold damage. Nobody here is. Except you, coincidentally. Alright, so we'll say that the DC is equal to your spellcasting DC just for simplicity's sake. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the vampire spawn. And oh no wait, that's one too many because it's only 4. Okay. And then for the golem, who is big tough, big strong, also funks it. Okay. The golem's now resistant to cold damage, so he takes the full brunt. This slow boy over here takes the full brunt. Yeah, they're already starting to look pretty. Yeah, that was a nice use of that cone of cold. That's top peak efficiency there.
Big frosty.
It's one of those rare situations where fireballs like big profits, big gains. This one will, however, seize ogre. Tasty. He looks so meaty and strong.
And Cray.
So how often can I use the cone? Because last time you said 3 times, but I
I'll
think
say
that's
1 time
too
a day.
much. Yeah.
You already have enough tools that you don't really need.
Yeah, that's true, because 3 times that freaking thing, that's kind of OP.
I've never used Cone of Cold, so I wasn't immediately aware of its actual potential. So
yeah, it's a 5th level spell, so yeah.
It's Burning Hats 2.0. Also doesn't deal damage that most things are resistant to. Anyway, it will try to grab our good friend Ogre. It misses, but it will go for another one. Wow, this guy's not having a day. Nobody messes with the ogre. He has many layers. You must peel all of them to win. This one, it's the golem. No, poor boy. He's getting chipped away slowly. They can't move and attack, so this one will also just attack the golem. They're almost done with him. Crash! You're allowed crack. There's a good chunk of the golem flies off. Who knows how much longer this poor boy... He's like a 1/3. This one will also try to go for a good friend here. And another miss. Ogre, you are fast and slick.
Mm-hmm.
The golem does not know who to attack of all the people around it. It is just slamming around it in wild, reckless abandon. And it hits this hunker over here for 10 damage, as it is resistant to this stuff. They are resistant to each other. Isn't that just lovely? Oh wait, its attacks are magical. That's neat. That makes this a lot better. Yeah, one of the vampires in the back is almost keeling over. This one hisses. And it whiffs. Netta, the situation is coming under control. Do what you must.
I mean, I don't really have all that much I can do, so...
You can aim at the one in the back here. That one's almost dead.
Yeah, okay. In practice, this is exactly what happens, then. I should be probably deducting the ammo.
Phew. That is enough to finish it off.
Nice.
Kara, go.
I'm gonna pump a Zephyr. And charge in. Oh, wrong button. This one. Charge in here. Where is the... There's one. Gonna position myself opposite and use my new shiny weapon.
Stab, stab, stab.
You miss.
Ah.
Hey, you missed, pal.
Yeah, trying out new stuff. You miss. No!
I hope you had a
you can
receipt.
give yourself advantage, right?
Yeah, like it was supposed to have advantage on one hit.
Try again. Oh,
That's more like it.
Your aim is true. 21 plus 9 is 30. You hit it in the back. Ogre, you see the shining silvered edge. Pan. They got it under control, Pan. Don't worry about it.
So neither of the damage is force in case they don't resist that.
I'm just gonna hit the golem with a little missile. Just a pew.
Don't bully him. He's trying his best. Ogre, do you wish to mop up?
Do I ever? I go for the... Start swinging around with reckless abandon. I attack the one that just got pierced by a rapier.
Yes, the one who is not yet slowed. Miss.
Mm.
You swing wide.
Wow.
That one lands. It's almost down. It's hanging by a thread. It's like on its knees and Just one more tap out to do it.
Yeah.
Schemos.
Provide the one more tap.
Schemos, do something quick.
Go Schemos.
Vampire spawn are very low on health points. They have enough for 1.5 vampire spawn, maybe. Split it between 4. The golem is like 1/3 down. Also has not attacked you so far, you bullies.
I think I'm just gonna cast one blast on one vampire spawn and the other one on the...
Alright, you wanna... which one's you aiming at? Just give me a ping, which one you want.
This one and this one.
Just roll me some attacks.
And so this is for the first one.
Sweet.
I'm no curse thing. That's off. There you go. This is for the second. Yeah, I did not.
No, even with the slowness, even with the sickness. The vampire spawn is regenerating health. And we'll go for our good friend Kira then. You look just as tasty actually. It will grapple you instead of dealing damage, and will then bite. It misses. Your breastplate covers your neck just fine enough that it clanks off. You are, however, still grappled, which mostly just means you cannot move. Grapple's kind of crummy. These vampire spawn are so slow, they don't fully comprehend the situation. Ogre, taste claws, slash.
Oh.
Actually, it's gonna try. No, it's not gonna try to grab you. It's too slow. Even it's smart enough to know that much. The Amber Golem, however, will show it that it's rude to hit people. Kerbam! It cleans up, slamming the one. Does it have reach on these attacks? Nope. And slamming the other one for a large chunk. The situation is almost cleared up. This vampire spawns like, oh no!
Oh no!
Get off of me, you foul fiend, Netta! You could sit this one out. You're pretty sure the big hitters of this team have this all covered.
Probably, but like I'm having fun taking these pot shots.
Phew. I like how you keep shooting the one that's like opposite the golem, and you keep finishing them off.
Again, I'm having fun taking these pot shots. Yep.
It's like a
that's
firing
good.
range.
Kira, go. You are held by
Do
this
a
creature.
step. Or
You managed to sink your rapier into it. It's almost down again, but you can see that the regenerative properties are quite potent. Pan.
is it?
That's me.
What do you say there, Kira? Is it what?
What?
I know.
What?
Pan, what do you do? The situation is de-escalating again. Things are getting nice and easy.
I'm gonna continue bullying the golem.
Rude. I don't know what you have against this golem. He's done nothing to you so far. It's almost destroyed, though.
Point noted and ignored.
Ogre, go! There's a vampire spawn next to you who's trying to eat Kira.
Munch a crunch.
And there's also golem. Alright. Reckless. Blam.
Annihilated. Kira, you are released as you see Ogre's sword cut its head clean off.
Hmm.
Look at those
And
glistening
that-
muscles.
My hero.
Then, well, I have plenty of movement, so I just go around the golem and start hewing at the blast.
That is
Last
actually
one.
a hit because of its slowness.
And because I killed something, I get a third one.
Oh, in that case,
Wah.
it's dead. At this point,
Heck, heck, heck.
the following will happen. The Ogre Golem will ignore anyone who's not inside the vault. This is a property that takes no minute of observation to notice because it ignores Ogre and Scamels and tries to squeeze through the other hole to go and bonk the other guys, so to speak. Scamels, what do? You see the Ogre kind of ignore you and move through the other hole. It's even polite enough not to try to move through you.
Let's pursue him. Gonna go around here. Try to hit him from behind.
Nice idea.
So that he will turn around and kill me. Yeah, then how much health does he have? Left?
Like 30-ish
Like-
on a scale from 1 to
Oh.
145.
I'm just gonna attack him twice. And then also do a little spell. Ah, it's the next target. Okay, I would have used the spell before the attack, and it would be that.
Alright, well. No worries, because that wouldn't do anything. Because it's immune to psychic damage.
It's classic. Oh no!
Yeah, it's
You
kinda
get an attack of
iconic.
opportunity as it tries to squeeze away from you, though. Roll me an attack.
So no. So he also doesn't have to make a wisdom saving throw. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah. Where is my freaking sheet? There we go.
I'd say that because the damage doesn't actually take hold, doesn't like feel any of the inadequacies.
Yeah.
Pan, you see this large golem crawl through the hole. It's winding up its fist to punch at you, and then you watch as a blade crashes into its shoulder and it crumbles onto the floor. Chunks of amber roll at your feet, and you see Scamel standing there. Man, he looks cold. You broke a golem that did nothing to you. You bullies.
It would have.
It was being rude.
The place is quiet again. Lovely.
Hooray.
Just ignoring my mighty menace. I don't like that.
More of these sarcophagi.
Indeed, there are. There are several of them.
Are the boxes just vampire boxes, or do they contain anything?
The vampire boxes contain dirt, sort of used sort of as packing foam, but that's about it. Pan, you detect something
Me.
unusual here.
Yeah.
Inspecting it closer, you find that there is a ring of sigils and runes scribed on the floor.
Interesting.
Ogre, do you wish to touch this skeletal regrowing flesh sarcophagus thing?
Yes.
You touch the
Yes.
eastern sarcophagus. The voice of Sudan, the corpse star, speaks to thee. I have the gift of the ancient dead. You simply need touch a body, and I will bring it to life. If you accept my dark gift. He simply gives you true resurrection, but you can only use it once.
Okay. Well,
Let's revive the Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, we
Bring
won't
it back
blind
to life
you.
just so we can kill her again.
Yeah.
Experience, Baba Yaga!
Sorry.
Now that's evil. Awful evil, but evil.
well, that's
Do you accept my dark gift?
not at this time, no.
You will come eventually. All have need of life after death.
Well, be seeing you.
So bully. What's that tiny cat about, Mina? It's so cute. It's so teeny. It's a little baby.
Teeniest, tiniest kitty.
Oh my goodness, I can't stand little babies. It's so small. They're so puffy.
Tiny kitten.
Alright, you poke at the scissors with your cane. This is a teleport circle, you think. You've seen these often enough in your life. But you think it's just a receiver. You might be able to reverse engineer to shoot you to wherever it goes, but who knows? Okay.
Both of those options sound like a bad thing.
Ogre, do you wish to touch the refined-looking skeleton sarcophagus?
Yep. Let's touch all the things.
You hear a cackling voice. I am the dark gift of Tenebrush. Tenebrush.
Yeah.
I forget my name, but
It happens to the best of us, pal.
He's
as
delicious.
you are as old a nation as I am, such things tend to happen. If you have the magical gift, I can give you a power to outgrow mortality. The
Oh.
power of lichdom is available to all who have such ambitions.
Oh, well, I'm more of a sword
Play, dude.
You undersell yourself. But very well.
sword wielder, so, yeah, no.
You see Ogre sort of
Hey.
shaking his head going, no, this isn't it.
Hey, Pan! Yeah,
Yeah.
if you... Have you thought about becoming a lich?
It's not
What?
something that often crosses my mind.
Well, you have options now. Pointing at the sarcophagus behind me.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wait. Wait. Are you saying that these things are bad? Or not bad, but like naturally
Not good.
evil?
Maybe.
Why'd you say so sooner?
Pretty badass, I think.
Yeah,
Ogre
they
walks up to the refined-looking person.
they just call themselves the Dark Powers,
I didn't say anything about
Dark
dark
doesn't
power.
mean evil.
Just said I'd be really sneaky.
You can use that power for good.
Well,
I feel like most of them are probably very evil.
Ogre,
Might be one or two.
Oh.
Ogre slaps his hand on the
Yeah.
final sarcophagus.
Awesome. tend to
Kira
be
looks
evil. Like,
upstairs. Kira, you see bookcases, you think, up on the balcony. At least you think it's a balcony. You're not sure what's up there.
And, quite a few of these are references to other, D&D stuff.
This sarcophagus is strange. You don't hear a voice talking. You just hear the offer of the dark gift of the vampire.
Oh.
It's almost
Wow.
as if something from within you is speaking.
Creepy.
After all, vampires are corruptions of human vices.
Oh, all right then. Well, found the vampire one.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be a vampire? It's great.
I mean, my impression of vampires so far has been kind of lackluster.
Well, these are spawn, not real vampires, but hey. Kira, do you want to walk up the stairs?
Yes, let's proceed.
Who else wants to go up the stairs? Anyone want to talk to these cool vestiges and get some cool powers? Man, maybe you want to become a lich. Or learn to become one.
It's very tempting, I'll say that, but I'm fine with being a weird spider alchemist for the moment.
Sure, you can just walk up the wall then.
I'm gonna go up the staircase, but I'm gonna go horizontally, like across the wall, and just going up, like just because I can.
as I see this, I just think, gross.
Okay, I just have to move everyone's tokens to the right place on the map, and then I can draw you all.
Okey-doke.
Because oh my goodness, why are all you guys' tokens like this? Why they don't grow in size? I guess it's because this map is a different standard size than usual. Oh, I forgot you all went a different way originally. It's like Kira went with the main stairs, Ogre and Ned went through the one on the west. You ignore whatever remaining coffins or access systems may be downstairs, and decide, you know what, let's see what's up here first. It's fine enough. You are now up the stairs.
Oh man, stop.
Oh.
Oh man, people we can kill. Maybe.
Yes. Couple
Nah,
of
these are
rowdy
here.
looking.
Oh, people that disappeared before our eyes. Nice.
Well, I mean, you already killed much of their friends by this point. These guys have already left.
While we were taking a long rest, I suppose.
Yeah, you were taking a nap. They probably saw that everyone was dead outside and like, yeah, we're gonna, just gonna,
Yeah. If we can kill the Death Slab, we won't mess with the...
yeah.
Hey, look,
I mean, there's like
there's,
one of them got nibbled on.
So where are we exactly? Library fair. Amazing.
You are in a large library. There are many books here, and fine couches, and candelabras, and all that kind of stuff. This place is swell. There are endless spells upon the walls. Because the instant you open any of the books or scrolls, you just find magic runes describing spells in a very non-linguistically tied-down fashion.
Huh.
It's kind of like when you open a science book and it's written in Latin. It's written in universal science.
So mathematics.
Probably. That's not actually a bad approximation to what this looks like. The books also look kind of old, but at the same time they feel factory fresh, so to speak. What do you wish to do in this fine chamber?
I ask people to check on top of the bookshelves because I'm not going to.
Well, I can do that.
On top of the bookshelves you find various personal notes and journals. Sometimes a couple of scrolls that are half-copied versions of spells.
Well, I just sweep them to the ground.
Yes, you are strong.
Hey.
Why would you care?
Scrolls! Are they like magic scrolls?
Yes.
Cool.
And each book contains a single spell. Because it's written in this universally arcane language that anyone could theoretically copy.
This is the dream of every wizard? Question mark.
The pen is mightier than the sword, especially when you use the right spells.
Well, this is a point for me to wish I was an arcane trickster or whatever.
How long would it take to copy all the spells in this library?
I mean, it takes quite a while to copy one spell, so you'll be here for a while.
Ever.
Also,
Time to
you're a
become a
warlock.
lich!
You're a warlock. You get your spells from your
Yeah, I'm just asking if I wasn't there. Because
So, like, can we take the books with us? So that I
the looks
could,
of
like,
it, you can take them just fine.
neat.
Why would you assume these books would disintegrate or something if you were to leave this room?
I mean, it's magic, man. You never know.
Yeah, the books are magic. This whole room feels kind of magic.
It's like, could I just grab, like, a bunch of them and then go nuts to it? I'm going to learn magic at some point.
That's what wizards do, right? They copy spells from
You
sources
grab
they
a bunch of
find.
books. You grab classics like Fireball and Lightning Bolt. At least you think they are. They feel like they should be. If you want to find any particular spell, though, it'd be some work. Now then, is there anything else you wish to do in this fine chamber? Other than fill your hand with arms with many spells.
I wanna check the walls.
I will help with that.
Skamos and you, and Ogre, both check the walls. They find a not-so-hidden door to the south. Not so hidden in the sense that there is a visible seam. It seems to be hiding from the other side more than this side.
Mm.
You also find a secret door over here, going off to the side, and you recognize it as the place that leads up to that skeleton person's room.
Oh yeah, there was something you wanted to be reminded about the passage?
No, yeah, it's in that passage. There's an iron chest on the ceiling. Glued there.
So I think we found his library, the list was.
His library, yes. Do you wish to engage him? He just kind of stands there gormlessly. Like, huh?
Well, I mean, we haven't found any information about his name, so I don't think we need to bother him.
Yeah.
Oh. Where could the sword be, though? If it's supposed to be around here
I
somewhere.
mean, what is with all the upstairs? So yeah, where do we lead to?
It might be in the east section. Who knows?
Yeah, could be.
I mean, it should be somewhere close to the statue. Yeah, there's...
As you wait and sit, you hear something that sounds like a blood-curdling scream off in the distance.
Oh, great. I love those.
Well, Ogre and Schemers are heading down the stairs.
Anyone else gonna follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you leave the room with all the books you've gathered explode into dust.
Damn it. I knew it.
They have a very strict non-loading policy.
So strict they
Specifically asked whether or not that was going to happen.
I told you. It might.
You said no, it's not going to.
Mm.
You said exactly the opposite of that.
I mean, I said, it's not like they'll just explode.
And then they did.
Yeah. Oh, well, you just lost Magic Missile. Who cares?
I already had
This is the best.
Okay, we're missing someone here, but I don't know where they are.
Where am I?
Oh, I
Oh,
see
wait.
where you are. You're under Pan.
Yeah, found me too.
What do you wish to
Hello.
do now that you're down here? The scream came from upstairs to the east. If you had to guess, maybe from the west. It's kind of echoey here.
Well,
Netta, you're standing behind this pillar, or you're leaning up against it. I don't know what you're doing. You're pretty sure you heard some footsteps to the east of you, pitter-pattering off. But you don't see anyone. What do you do?
Peek around the corner.
You see a clutch haunting? Harrowing? a spook of witches standing off to the south. They seem unrelated to the situation, as they're just kind of like.
I think it's a coven when it's a group, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're like huddled up and they're like talking to it, like, oh, what's happening? Ooh.
It's the pre-game huddle. They're getting ready for the sports.
A door over here that's like partially opened suddenly gets slammed open.
Oh,
Do the witches
Does it
notice
notice?
that too?
Yeah, they're like, huh? And then they see you and they're like, what?
that wasn't us.
They can see that since you're not standing next to the door.
There we go. Let's see what's happening here then.
Yeah, I
Coven
mean,
always have to look like this.
let the witches be witches.
Yeah, the witches don't seem to be aggressive at the moment. Ogre, you peek around and you see a large metal figure standing in the center of a room.
It's Iron Man.
You
Oh.
then see the glint of an amulet as a creature stops being visible.
Stops.
Arise. It speaks words like, arise, guardian. Arise.
Make
Hello.
my monster grow.
What is that, a weasel?
No, it might be one, who knows?
Hello. What's going on here?
The creature jumps.
What's all this then?
It jumps up and jumps behind its guardian. I said I would come to you when I was ready.
Have we met?
I know what you're looking for. I know many things.
Oh,
I don't.
have you seen a sword?
Yes,
It's
I have.
supposed.
And he holds up
Uh,
a brilliant blade.
ooh. Does that look like a sun sword?
The sword glows somewhat. This weird bluish heavenly light.
Hmm.
If
Wow.
there anything would be a sun sword, that would be it.
Oh, hey. We're kind of looking for that.
Yeah,
I
grab
don't
that.
I don't deal for free, of course. I want something in return. I want
Ah.
information, secret spells.
Well, we just found a really cool library full of books with spells in
I
them.
don't need you for that. I want something
Oh.
I can't get from there.
So you've been
Okay.
there already.
You.
You will
What
listen.
I got my-
exactly do you want? Clay, you want to be a lich?
No. But this is what his fancy boy looks like.
Hmm.
And
Definitely looks like it looks like vile.
Sure. He demands some sort of payment.
Well,
Casts a spell upon his assistant.
well, what kind of secrets do you want?
Secrets that have value. Of course.
Uh.
Secrets I can trade. Secrets I can leverage over people.
I have a magical wand that's named. It's so secretive that it's named the Wand of Secrets. Would that interest you?
I can find such secrets without needing a wand. Now give me something worth having.
Well, there is a man called Hieronymus who's constructing warriors out of growing warriors in a vat. That's kind of far away from here, but
Keep going. I want more than just one secret for a blade this fine.
you guys have anything?
One time when I was in alchemy training, I spilt my trainer's like regents, and then I blamed it on the other kid.
If you have no information to tell me, Then perhaps you have a soul to sell. A service, a favor?
Dental is not 100% sure of the first one.
He has this scroll, you see. Pan, you know what that is. You recognize this from if you've ever been to like a formal education or have ever seen like a conjurer. You can make anyone into an arbitrary summon monster by having them sign their name on it.
Make
So-
him into what?
So one of you essentially would sign themselves off as becoming a summon for however many uses the scroll specifies.
Well, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it would hurt, and it might be inconvenient.
I
Yeah.
have 3 books about charm, clarity, and age. Maybe he wants that.
Those are very powerful tomes you are giving away, but you are allowed to do so if you wish.
I've got a bunch of scrolls. It
He
looks
looks
like
at
you
those
like
books and goes,
scrolls.
those tomes will certainly suffice. I want all of them.
Of course he will.
Well, you don't seem to know its value, why wouldn't he?
So what did they miss?
You are negotiating with
Found a
the
little Weasel Man.
and his
Weasel
large
Man
metal-
and Vile from Mega Man X.
I've got this silver chalice that's
I have
Fist
no
behind my
need
butt.
for items of such value. I want information, knowledge, and power. Do not trade gold with me.
it's
What
like
about-
well, it's silver.
God can be used to get services and goods.
You can drink out of it. It's nifty.
I got like a bunch of spell scrolls. You look like you
So-
like scrolls.
Are you sure you've learned nothing? You've been in this land long enough. I've seen where you've been. You claim to know nothing that might serve any value whatsoever. No conspiracies, no names, no relations.
Well, you know the
uh,
guy Strahd? The like big, super powerful guy who rules over this land?
Yes, what about Mr. Strahd?
Well, we happen to know where his mother is, and she knows all of his secrets.
That
You
is
could-
quite
we could
optimistic.
We could tell you that, and then you could go visit her
I have
and
seen
get all
you.
the secrets you could want.
Perhaps we can cut a different deal. Since you are apparently too dumb to know any information you have to sell other than a few very useless books. Perhaps you can sell me something else. I know what the cards have said. I know where they direct you. Give me the tome of Strahd's knowledge without reading it yourself, and I will give you the sword.
We have Tome of Strahd's knowledge.
Yeah, one of the things you would get was the miser in a vault. You will find a vault within a vault. You will find a book containing knowledge about
Yeah,
stars.
but we don't have that book yet on.
He's
Maybe.
essentially making you an offer, presumably with a contract of some sorts. That is, that the minute you acquire that book, without reading or touching it at all, you will simply hand it over to him.
I think I would rather give him the 3 books.
Could we?
I love negotiating with idiots. They're so easy to manipulate. You hear that?
It's not very nice of you.
He also like continuously hides and skitters behind this machine, like this large golem. Is like,
Yeah! Yeah, I'm a weasel, yeah!
So I'll give you a minute because I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's just have a short little bathroom break.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Exciting.
Well,
I think I'm just gonna give him the 3 tomes we found last time.
Oh, he already said he didn't want those.
Because I would rather not give him something that he apparently needs to card reading, so
Oh, that's kind of the point here.
yeah.
well,
Don't exactly have anything else worth trading.
Well, there's the thing that if he keeps on being insulting, that might cause Ogre to go a bit wild here. Because
Yeah.
my last Dark Power bargain was must bring vengeance on anyone who wrongs me.
Calling you a
Mean.
big dummy is the biggest wrong you can do.
So, do we need the wizard alive so that it can tell us where the sword is, or does it just have it on him?
He has it with him. He's holding
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh, well, that's easy then.
Uh,
I'm surrounded
it.
with murder hobos.
I assume if we even touch him, that Guardian's gonna smack us silly.
The Guardian looks kinda vile.
It does.
Already made that joke.
Yeah, we've been there.
Also, it's a shield guardian. So,
Doesn't even have a shield.
ah,
What a
it's
sham.
more
Maybe
reference to their
we-
function.
I wonder if I could sneak past it and just try to.
Well, we
Yeah.
are kind of acting as a distraction here.
Yeah. Just kind of try to grab the sword and then hightail it out of there.
Just.
So how strong are these creatures? I think these fox-like things. I don't know. Weasels.
Well, it's an Arcanal North.
Because I'm not sure if we wanna mess with the mighty wizard that knows all the secrets of, I don't know, Pan doing stuff in his school and being not nice to
I'm
his
back.
fellow scholars.
So, is everyone here?
No.
Who's
Think
not
so?
here?
We are all here, I believe.
Well, cool.
All right.
There was
So,
some talk of Neda maybe sneaking around there.
there isn't much to sneak in.
Oh, there's also scrap in that room.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a big old ogre acting as distraction.
Still, it wants to know what do you want? What deal will you agree to? Information to sell, books to give, books in the future to give. I want a deal.
I'm still
if-
for give.
If we are just supposed to give books, like there's a library around the corner, can we just steal a bunch of them from there and.
No, it isn't great.
He's already said that he
Exploded
will not accept those
merchant.
books as part of a transaction.
I'm still for just giving him the 3 tomes I found last time.
Yeah, who knows how powerful they may be.
Yeah, but who knows how powerful the freaking book will be that we got told by the lady with her cards.
If we get the sword now, by handing over these 3 tomes, what's stopping us from just killing the thing to get the tomes back?
The old Skyrim trade.
He
I don't
looks
know.
pretty strong. I don't know. I mean, usually spellcasters are kinda good at killing people. So I'm not sure if you wanna mess around with freaking Arcanalov.
Yeah, he probably knows a few very ouchy spells.
I mean, I would imagine some of the spell scrolls he's carrying are kinda really big and
There are like a few spell scrolls hanging from him, yes. It's hard to see, but he has many things with him. And he's ready to throw down. This is why I'm making a deal, because deals are easier and he can't just suck
Yeah.
the brain. He can't suck information out of your dead brains. He can, however, steal those books if he really wants to.
So yeah, I'm still for just giving him the 3 books. Because
Okay.
I don't think that fighting him now would be a good idea. I mean,
He'll
could
come back.
even came back after getting all the dark gifts.
You know, it sounds like a fair trade to Ogre. A few books for a sword.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm.
The creature kind of smirks at you and goes, "You don't know what those books do."
Yeah, I don't trust this guy. I can't trust him as far as I can throw him. I can't throw things very far.
I mean, he looks pretty light. You could probably throw him quite a distance.
Yeah, but
For his size, at least.
I'm a squishy wizard person.
Believe in yourself.
I mean, you could make an inside check if you trust him. If he's trustworthy. I don't know.
If we'll go by throwing distance trust, then Ogre will be a very trusting person.
So yeah, if nobody is against it, I'm just gonna trust people.
Yeah, okay, you made your point.
I feel like it's a bad idea, but
You give him 3 powerful magical tomes. In return for 1 shiny sword.
Are we sure this is the sword?
You don't
Looks
trust me?
pretty.
I'm
I
guessing
do. Question mark.
I'm guessing we do this transaction through the shield golem. Like we had the books to it hands them the Arcana Lord, and the same with the sword.
All right. You can trust him. He does not appear to be deceiving you. You hand the 3 books over. The blue, the red, and the green. Or was one of them yellow? I don't know what the colors were anymore. Someone knows.
they were book colored.
With these books, my mind will grow even more powerful. He laughs as he claws at these books. And licks his lips.
Please don't eat the books.
I can read these books merely by touching them. Now then, since you have held up your part of the bargain, it shows the blade again. It is a beautiful, beautiful sword. Man, that's a good sword. Step back, Ogre. I will drop this when I'm ready to.
Okay.
It casts a spell, and it is shrouded in fog. Whoosh, whoosh. You hear the clanging of metal on the ground, and then it is gone. The fog clears a second afterwards. There is a sword lying on the floor. It's the sword he held a minute ago.
Sword
Okay.
get.
Pick up sword.
The Arcana of Brain right now. Expand mind.
Neat.
But Spain, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So, who wants the Sun Sword?
Well,
I mean, I already have the
Whoever picks
Holy
it up
Symbol.
gets a little vision, by the way.
I mean, I have already the Holy Symbol, so it wouldn't be fair that I take another.
I'll volunteer.
Okay then. Neda gets the
In the way, like the
What's your alignment?
handout is chaotic good, I believe.
Good. Then the sword will not try to burn your hand. While you hold the sword, you do suffer some slight penalties, as it is a formidably powerful blade. I would recommend that you read through it.
Sorry?
I recommend that you read through what the sword does.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the handle. The image isn't loading. So.
Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot to put all this important stuff in the readable section. Here you go. Now you can read it.
Oh man.
Samsung. Ooh.
Okay, my computer is having issues, but I hope this will pass. Okay, now let's. Okay, there we go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a super sword.
Indeed, very sword. Now that you have fine, cool new sword.
2012.
Time to head back to grab my lasagna's house.
Why?
Oh, I got what we came for.
Sure. Oh, yo, you mean your little party boat? Sure. I mean, there's some vaults down below. You can always investigate if you really want to. And there's a room over here. You can, you know,
Yeah.
maybe you can help your Litron. Maybe he has something to give you, like a big hug.
Maybe we
Aye.
can also chat a bit with the hags.
Hey,
They
lady.
are kind of skittish about what happened in there, and they seem to be trying to open these doors by shouting passwords on it. They are unsuccessful so far, however, the poor boys.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm kind of worthy, so I'll just. I like the sword, it's light.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Freaking nail sword? Crush.
Well, it has a physical component, like it's clearly made of a glass steel-like stuff. Pan stands near the door and swings it open with reckless abandon. Doors are here to be opened. You enter a chamber that looks like a wizard's bed chamber. There's a broken desk in the corner with a dusty old mattress on it. The mattress itself, dusty old book. Mattress is mostly burnt away. There are golden hawks perched atop its corner posts. This whole place looks like a mess. What do you do?
You say there was a book?
Yes, there was a crumbled desk with a dusty book on top of it.
I want to have a look at the book.
You pick up the book. It's a spell book. It has a bunch of pages dedicated to like a preface of like magic. But that's about it.
Interesting.
Indeed, it is. Do you wish to do anything with this fine, fine book?
It's not really a whole lot I could do outside of just,
Studying it later?
yeah,
Fair
I'll
enough.
hang on to it.
You hold on to this book. Well, you have a book. It's bound in black, soot-covered leather, and appears to be written in a gold sort of ink. It's a cool book. You leave again. You see the witch is still arguing with the door, so to speak. They are essentially shouting random words at this point. What do you do? They seem to ignore you as long as you're not hostile or openly hostile.
Well, there's still a door here.
Let's check out the door. I don't know.
Ogre walks up to the door. You kind of push it, and you notice that at some point they probably set the right password because this one is already open.
Huh.
So, too bad, so sad. You have a vault for yourself. Oh yeah.
Wait. What door were they shouting?
They're shouting at the southern door here.
Ah.
The one they're lined up in front of.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Ooh, more of these things.
There are 3 of them, as usual. No shattered ones here. The one to the north. Is a person whose head is covered in something. It's like this halo around it, protecting it from the situation at hand. The one to the east. Let me just get this right. Is a worm, a winged creature, a dragon-like thing. And to the south is someone who you know, they're in the middle of that golden hair sway thing. It's not quite the charisma you got from the casket set to the north of this one, but it's pretty similar. At least
I can't believe Fabio is dead.
What do you wish to do in this magical room?
Well,
Let's see what they're offering.
I broke into the northern one.
Olga, you touch the northern door. You hear from Sovlak, the inscrutable. He has the power to shield the mind. Essentially, when you make a deal with him, you are affected by mind blank.
All right.
Mind blank, by the way, let me just tell you what it does. Mind blank, you are immune to psychic damage, any effect that sense emotions or reads thought, divination spelled, and a charm condition.
Oh.
Essentially, your brain becomes an impenetrable fortress.
Ooh. And what do you want in return?
Why would I want anything in return?
Well, the others have kind of whammied me with curses when I accepted their deal, so, you know.
Well, you might lose your eyes, but you'll be fine. You'll still be able to see.
The fine print.
I kind of need those to...
You can see without the eyes, trust me.
That sounds like a very untrustworthy thing to say.
You said it was him. More trustworthy than that it can't get.
I mean, you're free to decline any gift you want.
That does sound tempting, though. Turn my mind into a fortress?
Considering the multiple times you've been
Oh, yeah. That would be really good against Strahd. Constantly charming with his vampiric things.
Indeed.
Is the radiant damage also increased to D12 if I two-hand it?
Yes.
Cool.
Essentially, if you hold it with both hands firmly, it becomes a bigger, better,
Firmly
stronger sword.
grasp.
Firmly grasp with both hands.
What?
Oh, Ogre and Pan. Pan, do you want to touch any of these boxes?
Yeah, I'll slap the bottom one.
You slap the south one. The power of persuasion. Chami amore. Addresses. I can give you the power to make anyone listen to what you have to say. You simply need but open your ears. The effects are similar to suggestion.
Sounds like a lame ability. You're a lame-o.
They have disadvantage on the saving throw. Wink, wink.
Oh, suggestion is good, but...
Yeah, he's not the most exciting one. You're slightly
All
more
right.
charismatic for a short period of time. There's only one more to the east, and after that, you guys can decide what to do with the witches in the door.
Well, sure. Let's check that one out as well.
You check the east one out. You have Tarakamis Midis, the grave worm. I can give you flight.
Ooh,
You will grow rings, and you will take to the skies.
Ooh, that sounds
Flying
wonderful.
Spider-Man.
I mean, that's Ogre. He's kind of a dragon, so that would kind of fit, I guess. I mean, dragon wings, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. The freedom of the air.
Flying ogre throwing hellhounds at his enemies.
Hellhound bombs.
Indeed.
And what would you? Well, the other guy would take my eyes.
Charge no payment. However, my wings, you will die if you do not consume bones or the grave of dirt. Dirt of graves.
Was that?
You have to eat grave
Eat
dirt and bones
dirt.
or you die.
Oh, all right. Because
Mm-mm.
that sounded kind of like you said the turtle, but
No, I like turtles. Don't do that.
oh, how often would I have to do that?
Every day for the rest of your life.
Ugh. Hmm.
Humanity has dreamed to fly since their inception. It is a small price to pay.
Yeah, but then I had to source grave dirt.
Or bones. It's either or, really. You don't have to do both.
Oh, I can just gnaw on bones?
Yeah.
All right then. Give me those wings.
You hear the sickly cracking of bones, the flapping of leather. Ogre has 2 fancy wings now. Draconic-looking wings. And a flight speed of 50 feet. But he must consume bones or grave dirt every 24 hours or he will die.
Time to go grave robbing.
I mean, there's probably enough corpses around it to get you quite a few bones.
Okay.
So long as you stock up on them, should be all right.
What was the name of this one?
I'll give you the name in texts.
Yeah,
Craig.
some kind of grave worm.
Yes. Anyway, the guys who are messing down with the door, you have quite some time before Ogre's going to show back up again with his new changes as he has a 4th gift.
I show the ladies how it's done.
You slip on over and start picking the door like a hero. It takes you a bit of time, and you look like a fool, and they kind of start snickering, but then you manage to click it open. You've saved your honor.
Hooray.
You find
Hooray.
a few caskets that are still accessible. There are again 3 caskets here. Let me look those so I get them right. That one to the west has lots of poxes. Ugh, that looks a bit diseased. The one to the south is a howling storm of lightning bolts. The one to the east is someone who seems to be eating spectral figures like ghosts, like round spheres with heads on them and trails behind them.
Okay, ladies, have fun.
The ladies will have their fun. They kind of rummage around the whole place, and if you don't bother them, after just about 10 minutes or so of hanging around, they'll leave. They seem to pay you no mind at all.
Well, I want to do a little bit of window shopping at least.
Yeah, they'll scour all the vaults, since you're like, maybe they open more vaults. Eventually, Ogre comes out. Pan, you decide to go window shopping too.
Not quite yet. I take up the one to the north as well, since point blank.
Your
That's
eyes
useful.
melt and fall and
I know.
go out, but you can still see just fine. You just have empty eye sockets.
Yep.
At least they're
God, you must look.
At least they're perfectly
horrible.
smooth, so people won't be too put off.
I mean, what is more scary, him having no eyes or having freaking wings out of his back?
Yeah, Yeah.
I smoke. I have. Do I have like sneaks or something coming out of my neck or something?
You've got like a tentacle,
Yeah,
yeah,
tentacles.
you had like
spongy
tentacles coming
head
out of your head
face.
as like sort of a hairdo. And you looked a bit more puddingy when that happened.
I mean,
Yeah, pudding.
Ogre actually doesn't look like a good guy right now. I'm quite sure about
He is
that.
corrupted by
Yeah,
5 dark gifts.
He looks like a bloody RPG villain.
How fitting.
And what was the name of this one?
I just posted it.
Yeah.
Pan!
Sunlight,
You touch the one to the west.
Yes.
ooh.
You hear the voice, the sickly voice of Thekri, the Queen of Poxus. She will give you the power of contagion, which is a 5th level spell that makes people super sick. Do you wish to take this mighty gift? It's not that impressive unless you really like the status buffs.
Nah. I'm just kind of window shopping, mate. Check out the bottom one.
There is lightning.
This is Lightning Town.
Funny, there's actually lightning going on outside my room right now.
I am Zinhala, the Howling Storm. With my power, lightning itself will be at your command.
Okay.
There's one. Someone's already got the whole lightning shtick covered. If I'm honest. Just kind of take a step, turn around, see Ogre walk in, and I'm just like, ah!
Ogre is no longer allowed in towns.
Let's
The east one.
see the last one while we're here.
I am Sikane, the Soul Hungerer. With my power, you can raise those that thought they've only been dead for just a smidge. Essentially, you get raised dead.
Wasn't there someone who already had that ability?
No, they gave you true resurrection. Like, they could resurrect anyone as long as you had a part of the body.
Oh, yeah, right. These people really like dead people.
I mean, the power to raise the dead is very tempting.
But not interesting enough.
Oh, what was the one to the west?
The one to
that
west was Contagion. The Queen of Poxus.
Super disease magic.
Ugh. So, lightning?
I see a lover of lightning. Zinhala, the Howling Storm, will give you what you want. Essentially, if you take this offer, you can cast Lightning Bolt once per day.
I can cast lightning?
Once a day. However, the price you must pay for this is that you will lose a lot of, like, you'll have a tingling sensation at all times. You'll lose some sense of touch in the process.
Pins and needles all the time.
Yeah.
So, what? Lightning bolt?
And maybe you can get an upgrade to Chain Lightning if you're a good boy.
Ooh. And was it once per day lightning bolt?
Once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Intriguing. So, not entirely sure about the downside.
In Shadowrun, reduced sense touch counts as like a negative quality for 10.
Yeah. You'll lose a lot of fine touch.
So all that knitting you used to do, not allowed
Gone.
anymore.
Just gone.
Just wondering how that would affect my swordplay.
Not too much. But it's life after swordplay I have to worry about.
Well, for Ogre, that's that life is kinda at this point.
Alright.
Slightly questionable.
Ogre starts to spark more as he decides to take this scary gift.
Oh man, somebody's swinging at my door.
Why are they fighting your door?
You
Roll
know,
initiative.
That makes 6 gifts.
because last time I played this thing, we were kind of, cautious with these gifts. So I went, why not? Why not take everything? See what happens.
Take it all. He wants it all, and he wants it now. All right, you are supercharged on evil go-go juice.
Yeah.
Unless you have any further business within this building, there really is only one section you haven't been. But other than that, do what you must and hit the road.
Oh, what was the name of this last one?
The one to the south was Zinhala, the Howling Storm. I'll post it in a second.
Oh, whoa.
So I have lightning bolt once per day and a constant tingling sensation.
Yes.
So yeah, just 12 more. And he will collapse into a pile.
Once you reach level 9, you will upgrade to Chain Lightning.
Ooh.
Which isn't that far off because you found the Sun Sword, so at the end of the session you're all going to go to level 8.
Ooh.
8.
Yep, that will happen at the end of the session when everyone's like synced up to go. It's ability score improvement time.
Yeah, at least for these who don't multi-class it is.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome. Ogre sparks like crazy now.
So how many gifts does he have?
6. Or 7?
6.
I think it's 6.
Okay, did my veteran say something to me while we did our long rest about me taking 2 gifts?
Listen, if you absolutely feel the need to take a gift, your patron will tell you, fine, I want you alive more than I want you dead. But don't take gifts that you don't absolutely need.
I'm still thinking about that one gift we found last time, but I don't know.
Which one?
The fancy one, I'm gonna call him. The one opposite of the Spider-Man, if I remember correctly, yeah.
Yes. I mean, I could just tell you what the gift does and see if it tempts you a little bit more.
Yeah, you probably should.
You can go back and you can ask Mr. Xantris the Kingmaker what his gift will truly entail.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
You watch as Scables goes off in this mostly empty place. The freaks you look like right now. You touch the saffron, and you speak once more. To the refined voice of Xantris the Kingmaker. Just being near makes you feel like a suave son of a gun. My power is great. What do you think it means to gain my blessing?
I hope more charisma.
You are keen, fellow, quite keen. You will grow so persuasive few will resist you, although you may find it difficult to take no for an answer. But that will not be a problem. You'll be irresistible. That will never come up. Essentially, you will offer to increase your charisma by 4 and your maximum by 4. So you will
Maximum
bump
what?
to 24.
Maximum will be what?
Your maximum for charisma will be 24 and your charisma score will be 24 because it goes up by 4.
Ooh, that would be kinda... That's really tempting.
In return, you cannot take no for an answer. As a flaw. Like, you can be persuaded from a course of action, but you will generally speaking be very stubborn about things.
Me, that doesn't sound that bad to be.
Oh, you and Strahd would get along swimmingly. Sarcasm, sarcasm.
You tick by deal to become a true force personality.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it. Because Ogre seemed kind of fine after 6, so 3 should be also for me, I hope.
Yep.
Sandra?
You're just sparkling energy into the environment now. Your personality is radiant. You are a walking party. Well then, Mr. +7 charisma.
This sounds perfectly fine to me.
Show me that winning smile. Well, like I said, there's one more section you can explore, which Pan is like hanging out near. I just need to make sure that what I'm seeing on the map isn't a bad no, you're going to die moment. No. That seems to be fine. Well.
So when you said that my eyes kind of just melted into my
Yes.
head, like there's just a smooth patch of skin there.
Yes.
Okay.
So that you don't see like the holes where normally nerves and muscles and stuff would all go. It's just nothing. You're a horror movie villain. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looks horrifying.
But he is strong and powerful.
I wasn't exactly pretty before.
If anything, it's smoothed out the stitching. Because it's all scales now. Well then, Neda, do you wish to interact with this door?
I mean, Pan is here, why not?
Yeah.
And do I need to try to pick it open?
Sure. Go nuts.
I mean,
that's
I would
not
like to try the handle first.
You grab the handle. It's this rod sticking in the wall. It doesn't do anything to pull at it. There's a thick bar mechanism behind it that's keeping it closed.
Yeah, I'll take that as say no. Okay. By the way, since I'm holding the Sun Sword, I guess I have a -1 to everything, so...
As long as you have it out, at least.
Oopsie daisy.
I'm hoping it won't matter here.
You click it open. You see catacombs. Dust, the smell of
Catacombs.
dead. This is where wizards go to get buried.
I accidentally made Ogre big, but...
It's his size now after taking 6 gifts.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it for you, but you are pretty spacious at this point. Like the 5-foot area you occupy is no longer a suggestion.
Yeah,
Oh.
like... Presumably with enlarged person... Ogre would be like a 10 by 10.
Yeah, this place is filled with the smell of like preservatives. The bodies are amber husks covered in shrouds, old bones.
Well, you know what I'm doing. I'm sneaking but kinda badly. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't be in...
You don't think there's anything around here, actually?
Yeah, but still.
Oh, there's a door there.
Just a
Pays
bit,
to be cautious, you know?
Yeah, your rapier does
Does
like
he
give like a
obligatory-
bzz bzz.
And my sensor doesn't glow blue, I take it.
Nope.
is this the obligatory fight like 24 Drago bit that we have to do in every quest?
Like, if there were any undead, I would know. Don't sweat it.
I mean, if there are any bones there, we need some of them for Ogre.
Sure,
Let's get them all.
go eat some ancient wizard bones.
Aged to perfection.
I mean, Ogre could try one of them. Maybe they're super tasty and taste
Alright.
like you're eating freaking arcane
The eastern annex. is good to go.
lollipops.
I am feeling a little peckish, so yeah, I'll...
See the crunch bones.
Call that a bone meal.
Hey,
It's gonna
not
leave you
bad.
to it because that's very
It's
unsettling.
not bad. Make some bone soup.
You should
Uh,
probably
I mean,
also
that's how
update
gelatin
like,
works, so.
Mm.
Bone soup.
Hmm.
Well,
It's empty.
this place appears to be not where burial gifts are being stored, if there are any. But hey, plenty of bones.
I'll stuff a couple of wizard skeletons into my bag.
Rude, but okay.
you can grind them up into bone flour later and bake stuff out of it.
Sprinkle it on your bread.
Bone bread.
I mean, you think I'm joking, but like in Kingdom of Loathing, you really do that.
Why can you make so many freaking jokes and puns with only the word bone?
Boner.
Bone town. Bone
Crazy
zone.
old Maurice.
Yeah, bon appetit.
Unless Pan wants to make a deal with Lich Kings, I think you're mostly done.
I'm dying.
And then they died. Who knew Strahd's greatest weapon was stand-up comedy? Easy there. Breathe. Breathe. So, step 2. You found a sword.
Hooray!
You make
Sword
some
get.
deals. You're super evil now, but hey, who cares?
Just a little bitty.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, Netta didn't take any deals. Netta's fine.
That is a good girl. She's got a cool sword.
That is
Maybe
your-
it's good that you should took the sword. Then. I
Yeah.
don't know. If
Probably
he
good to
somehow,
leave it with the pure one.
if he somehow
Okay,
become evil to these cool gifts, it would be kind of bad if we have the sword.
Okay. So I imagine you take some time to scoop up all the treasure,
Yep.
and then you go back
Yeah,
upstairs.
just
And then you go
Okay,
back.
maybe
put
not.
it all.
Maybe not the iron ingots, but everything else.
Yeah, those are a bit heavy. So I imagine that after a little bit of time, you are back outside, in your car.
That's empty.
Yeah.
Bloody hot.
Meeting up with
With your
our
friends.
two bodies that are
They are
very
like,
delighted.
what the hell happened?
To answer
Yeah,
that,
tough.
you just raise the sword into the.
Oh,
Then
you know.
Did the
we
sword
buffed
cost you?
that's-
over. He's now super good against Strahd, hopefully.
Did the sword cost you that much to get?
Now these fools just got themselves
No,
covered
the
in
sword,
curses based on
sword
existence.
the sword that was only 3 books. The rest is bonus.
Well, I'll assume that the
Bonus.
person with the sword's gonna be the one to kill Strahd then.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at Ogre for too long.
You will never see me coming.
Well then,
Da-da-da-da.
let's move on with
Okay.
life. Where do you wish to go on this grand map? Because your compatriots are like cuddled up in corner like,
They're sitting on the far side of the hut.
If I recall correctly, your plan was to go over to this little glade over here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I can fly around and scout.
Go too high though.
I
That's
guess
kind of
you can
faster.
find.
Don't go to space. Don't
touch the sun.
Icarus by accident.
The cold doesn't bother me.
You see him fly up through the snow that's drifting around you. Up into the sky. Eventually you get high enough that you can just see lots of clouds. What do you hope to find up here?
Well, I try to, scout around, see if there's anything approaching our hut, and
Nope.
also try to see if there's anything too interesting near the area where the Luna Lake Shrine might be, or
Nope.
Fane.
You don't see anything too interesting, except a particularly large dead tree. That might be what you're looking for. Who knows?
Yeah, right. Well, while I'm at the hut, I'll be perching on top of the roof.
Oh my goodness.
Just like a fucking gargoyle.
Yeah.
And
I appreciate your
left
dedication
the
to the
gargoyle.
job. It takes you some time to get there, but since you can just kind of rest, you can all take a short rest, catch your breath and all along the way.
Heck yeah.
Do we do the level up thing at the end of this session, right?
You can do it right now if you think you can do it. It's not a big level. Level 8 for most people is just the ability score increase, the hit points, and in some cases a couple of spell slots.
Hmm.
So if you want to do it now, go nuts.
Yeah, well, I only get one more rage and that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it later.
If you put all of that in one set.
You head on over to where you think the shrine is located. Eventually, when you do arrive near that particular area, the trees clear quite a bit. Like there's a distinct hole in the trees that leads inwards. You notice that your hut is kind of struggling to move the closer the further down the path you go. The closer you get to that large tree that your good friend saw. Eventually, you approach the tree close enough to see a small person sort of scraping, brushing along the bark of the tree. And just as you approach, your fine vehicle collapses.
Oh no.
As if all the life has been drained from it at this point.
Battery is empty.
You see
You need to fuel it with bone meal.
as you arrive at the base of the tree. There are plenty of trees and shrubbery around. You see the man sort of scraping at the tree, going like a gardener. What a gardener!
Gardener? I hardly know her.
Something about this tree feels powerful and ancient.
Bloody Yggdrasil.
There's a hole
Every-
in the tree that
every
seems to
game
go
I
down
play.
under the roots to somewhere else. What do you do? Do you wish to approach this man? Your compatriots are somewhat unnerved about being here.
Well, might as well.
Well, we.
I mean, your car broke down, so
Yeah,
Well,
we should ask if that's his doing and try to see if we can
Ask
find a
if-
way to get it running again.
That's gonna be knows a mechanic.
So what are these things?
what things? Oh, those are all tree trunks,
Excuse
amalgamations of wood, of vines, and stuff. Pan, you approach this person.
Yeah.
Put on your biggest, brightest smile. He seems difficult to snap out of his trance. The wooden creatures next to him, don't initially move. But after a little bit of getting close enough, he suddenly turns around. Ah, what brings you out to this fine tree?
Well, we heard there was a. Well, we heard the Lord of this land spends quite a lot of time around this place, and thought it would be a good tourist spot to visit.
I mean, I can't deny this being quite a lovely tree, but I wouldn't say it's a place anyone would want to be. I take care of this tree because I must, not because I want to.
Doing things because you must and because you want to are two different things.
Exactly. This tree needs to be taken care of. Lord Zarovich will not take kindly if I don't. You can-
You
You're
recognize
close
that name?
to feel the evil ray. Zarovich is Strahd's last name.
Oh, okay.
Being this close, you can sense the tree's evil as everyone still sort of sits in the hut. Kira perches up into a tree.
Sorry, I got phone called. What did I miss?
I walked up, I said hello, and he was like, I look after the tree! Smiley face.
Why would a random person be caring for a random tree in the middle of the forest?
Because it's a well cared, like
This tree,
at
by the
this
way,
point, it's
is
not
giant.
a random one. It's a heckin' big one.
Yeah, this tree is heckin' big. It easily claws up to the skies.
Okay, we have to tell him. We just like to burn trees.
Now, you've seen the attraction. You can go now. You don't have to worry about little old me.
Well, we can't really go because our steed back there kinda
Yes,
slumped.
yes. It tends to kill plant life, but that's how things go, you know.
Kill?
Yes.
Very distraught. Killed my awesome party hut.
That's not really my problem, is it? It's you should have known better than to drive up to an attraction.
That's
No,
normally how you
not-
get to attractions.
Look, you didn't post like a signpost or something saying this, so no, we couldn't have known better, you see.
I have a right mind to take you to court, sir.
I am somewhat insulted. You would say such things to little old me.
Hey, you hurt my hut. I'm allowed to insult you if I want.
Oh my goodness. Well, he goes back to his work and he will ignore you. He has no reason to care what you say. You're rude.
Hmm.
You should leave and should have never come here in the first place. What does the rest of the party have to say about all this?
I mean, that's not wrong, but now that we have...
What does this tree look like?
It is a large, spiring tree. It goes up into the sky for a foot. There are many branches, but they're all dead and empty, and some of them are broken off and cracked.
How
Looking closely, you can see red veins underneath the bark, forming many patterns. This is a hecka evil tree.
Oh no,
Oh.
it's the blisterwood tree.
how dry does it look?
Oh, pretty dry. But you're not quite sure
okay.
it would burn with how dry it is.
So, hold up. Let's not do this just yet. I'm going to go consult with Schamos, with Griffiths alive.
Whisper with Skamos.
I'm just going to ask Schamos if like he can ask the guy nicely whether he's going to do anything about our hut being dead. Because if he isn't, then we've got an ogre with a magic box and lightning.
And bottles of alchemist fire.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. I
So-
wanna.
Are you good at rolling like whatever social skill is there? Persuasion?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I wanna. Or intimidate.
Or that, yeah. Like intimidation probably would fit better and I'm bad at it, so yeah.
I wanna intimidate him that he better fix our car or we will let
Oh,
over
the tree
use on
gets it.
him. And I won't take no for an answer.
Wait, what does Ogre get to do? What is Ogre gonna do?
Nothing just yet.
He better fix our car or something
Camus is
will
going
happen.
to ask nicely
I
first.
cannot fix your car. I cannot revive something that is already dead. But I'm not alone. I have my guardians. And he points at the two needle blights that hang around him. These things are
Yeah.
cheesecake to you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you might have noticed our number, and you might have noticed that, well, I mean, just the fact that you're outnumbered would probably mean something.
Outnumbered? That's a strange way to put it.
I mean, it's like 6 on our side and 4 on yours.
Why 4? It's him and two blights.
And the
the
tree.
Well, the tree doesn't seem to be doing anything. He's just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Gardener, what is this tree to Strahd?
This tree is many things. It empowers his druidic allies. And him, apparently.
Oh, well,
Good enough for me.
a poor choice of words, honestly, on your part.
How can we change it so it doesn't power him anymore?
Why would I do such a thing?
Because he's a
Big
bad guy and doesn't let us leave. He's
That's not
freaking
really a problem, is it? You're making
For you.
mountains out of
Yes.
molehills.
Schemos, honestly, just get out here and...
It's...
Use your magic handsome boy powers that you acquired.
It's kind of nervous. It's something about these trees, man.
Oh,
So, what do you want me to do? Just try to persuade him? I don't think
I
it
don't
will
think you
work,
can
but I
persuade
can-
him. He seems to be magically affected by something.
Yeah.
I mean, how would this guy get home safely? It's like a day's
I just
travel
want
from
my
here.
hut. My hut's all owie. I want to help the hut.
Could also just engage him and hope that killing everything will work.
Oh, you can kill 2 needle blights. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but there's going to be more of them.
Why would there be more of them? You're just surrounded by nature.
Because you keep saying how we can take 2 of them.
I mean, that's the
Like you
point,
said,
like...
surrounded by nature.
I mean, it's used by druids, and you're surrounded by nature. Of course.
Like, every single one of these trees is going to animate and go after us.
If you want to
All
talk to the
them-
druids about the tree, they're on a hill nearby. Maybe you can talk to them. I doubt they'll care or listen, but you'll at least be leaving me to do my work.
talk to them later.
Does my giant skull still work?
Yeah, the skull's still with you, and you can still climb in and have a little around the place.
So, I'm
Well, we
looking.
did come here to obliterate that tree. So,
The needle blights menacingly set themselves up. Meh.
yeah.
Okay,
Step
Look.
back. Do not attack me, Mr. Meh.
do you have a name?
A name? Why would you need my name?
Just so that I could refer to you in some formal fashion. I suppose it is necessary.
You can call me Yorick if you must.
Alas, I knew him.
Well, now
Yeah.
you do. Just had to ask for his name.
So, yeah. It appears that we are quite driven to be enemies of Strahd, and it appears that you would be his ally, at least by...
Of course, I am one of his many servants in this land.
Yeah. So that would make us enemies.
You're very negative.
It's true though.
I'm taking that as the sign.
Perhaps you should just leave now while we're still on good terms.
So, suppose we can leave, yes, but
You have legs,
We
you
will-
can leave.
we will probably be back.
With
Back?
ooh, what makes you think that coming back will change anything of my disposition?
Well,
Good point. So let's just do it now.
yeah, the way you say it, it's kind of an inevitability. I had just hoped that he would give up first.
I pull out a flask of alchemist fire and throw it in a quick motion.
Let's resolve Kira's assassin shot first.
Yeah.
The tree is completely. Who do you throw this at anyway?
The trio.
The tree does not burn.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Kira is doing an assassin shot on Yorick, I believe.
Roll me assassin.
Yeah.
Oh, you've already rolled to
Uh,
assassin. You've assassined. What does that mean?
It's a guaranteed crit.
Oh, well, that doesn't really matter. This guy has 4 hit points. His head just explodes.
Woof.
That's how you argue with people. Good.
You dealt
Well.
5 times his hit points.
Yeah, I think that's more than an overkill.
Oh, we
Okay.
didn't know that. He's
Why would you know that? Nobody knows. The Needle Blights
So
are like,
now the-
"Rawr, we're going to attack you now. Rawr."
usually the guys who posture are the ones who are the strongest.
And now we're gonna roll 20 initiative for no initiative for 20 blights that are somewhere hidden around here. I hope.
Oh,
Who
good.
knows? You know what? I'll just put a little token on the map.
Alright, I guess I still have the rapier on me.
I'll just put a little icon on the map so that I have something to reference because this is gonna get too funky for me to keep track of.
Oh yeah,
So there are over 20 enemies. Nice.
I leveled myself up.
That's fine.
Took the sentinel feat.
You are now Sentinel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll add this guy to the initiative order. Okay, there's a guy in initiative order now. I'll just roll dexterity for them once with the slowest person rolling. They roll a 2. So, all right. At the order of 2 in initiative, I've got to add our good friend Netta first, because Netta's initiative is broken because she's so fast.
Well,
Oh, you haven't rolled yet.
I have. It's in
Oh,
18.
it's up there. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, there it is. 18. 18 for Netta.
Yeah,
Well,
so
you all
I'm
get to
not
go
even
first.
all that.
Ogre, you can easily cleave these boys in twain with ease.
Yep. Oops. So I just go snack.
You trimmed. You've done a nice job trimming the place. Delicious. Kira, your turn comes around. The tree shifts. You might be your ass sinking a bit, but then
Oh,
indeed, oh.
Told you, every single one of these trees is gonna animate and attack us.
Well, every single one of the trees and the bushes, everything in between.
I'm gonna do a stabbing as I jump out. Oops, ignore the
Well.
favorite enemy.
You slash at it. It's not taken its turn yet, so it doesn't have any reaction. You can get some distance now while you have time.
Retreat.
Awesome. Awesome possum. I'm just gonna do a couple of things here to make things a little bit
Gamos
more.
is looking handsome.
When hasn't he been handsome? When has this ever not been the case? Oh my goodness, this is just kind of funky in my... Okay, there we go. All right, well, you managed to deal a little bit of damage to that big tree. It takes baby damage. It's ow. It sheds a tear. Wah. Netta, you're standing next to a small little bundle of twigs that starts to animate.
So the ways is there like an obvious interesting vital spot on this giant tree?
I mean, there's like a passage going down, but you don't know what's down there. Maybe it's a trap.
Well, it's still worth a try to... Yeah, I can probably run that, like, do a dash, I can move through spaces if anything medium or bigger.
Sure, you can run down the hole if you want to.
I just want to run up to the entrance of the hole.
You're at the entrance of the hole. You peer down
And
see
then...
the hole. It's like a passageway surrounded by the tree's exterior going down with dirt floor.
For now, I would just like to plunge my cool new sword into the tree itself and see if it likes it.
You swing the tree with reckless abandon at the giant, the sword at the tree. It's a giant tree. Fighting it in this fashion does not seem the most optimum way, but as you hit it, a giant flash of light emerges from it. These, by the way, are destroyed. And the nearby vine blight and twig blight are incinerated by this unusual blast of energy.
Nice.
Yeah, well... Just wanted to see what happened if I just try to.
You're certain that removing this tree will take something less violent and more magical ritual stuff. Unless you have a really big axe.
Oh my! I just got out for like a solid minute.
I still think we have an ogre, but sure.
Okay.
I don't think he's that big.
Yeah, he's not that big. You need like a house-size axe. Ogre, what do you do?
Time to enlarge him twice.
I mean, I can do it once.
Okay. So we have a big old tree here. Does it look like at all like I could do something to this tree since my alchemist fire just kind of, fizzled out there?
On the biggest tree, it fizzled, but maybe on the smaller one, it won't.
The problem is that this giant tree is some sort of nexus of powerful druidic energy. It can sustain itself against most forms of physical attack.
You also said there was some sort of passage leading down?
Yes, and that is standing in front of it.
Oh.
You can go down there and see if there's something that would.
With
be
reckless abandon,
vulnerable.
you can dive down there, yes.
I mean, I don't think ogre can survive anything ever.
Ogre dives down the hole heroically. Sploosh.
Yeah.
You watch as Ogre vanishes into the darkness, down the twisting tunnels. Ogre, you make it all the way down to the bottom, where there is a small section surrounded by roots. Even the floor is roots. Except for one tiny patch of dirt. In the corner lies a skeleton. In robes. He looks druidic, because he's got like moss on him and all. Are you particularly in tune with nature or the wild?
Well, I have some survival skill, but I am very much an unnatural monster.
I'm afraid that in that case, you do not hear the faint whispers that surround this place.
I just walk over to the skeleton.
Victor is like, oh shit, oh fuck, the house, oh no, ah! He's like scampering in a panic. It's one of those rare situations where he's like, I'm gonna use fireball and blow up an area and then just cower in a corner somewhere. He cowers behind this tree as he shoots fireball. Pew.
Maybe he shouldn't cover behind the tree. Just go back into the
I'm
house.
sorry, there's not much else to find cover behind.
He's
trying his best. Do not bully.
Do not bully Vic.
Do not bully this frightened man. Well, this one is instantly incinerated.
Okay, no.
I do need one from the Vine Blight, and I do need one from the Vine Blight is incinerated. And the large tree also fails it. So, good damage on the tree. The tree is like smoldering at the corners, at the edges. Skamos.
Yes.
The smaller blights don't seem to be any hassle at all. It's the big ones that seem like they could wreck the house around here. What do you do?
I think I'm just whoops.
Act fast, act furious.
Can I see that other twig blight over there?
Yeah, you can easily like move a little bit to see him.
Basically, just wanna throw one beam at the one twig
Sure.
blight and one on the other.
Sure.
Hopefully, kill both of them, so
They're indeed twig
don't
blights.
have to mess about the little stuff.
Just
So
roll it.
also I have more charisma now, so I'm pretty sure I will hit.
Yeah, there's a very baby chance you will miss. Just roll me twice. Hit. And hit.
Okay, somehow there's no charisma modifier on the damage anymore. I'm gonna do that again.
man! The forest is coming to kill you!
Oh god, just like all in my nightmares.
They're cool nightmares, though. They're pretty cool.
I feel like the best course of action is try to get rid of the big tree, then maybe all the little trees will go away. So I'm gonna go into the tunnel with everyone else.
You dive down the tunnel with heroic abandon. You eventually pop out next to Ogre. Do you have any particular connection to the wild? You're a half-elf, right?
Yeah.
In that case, you will hear the whispers. These are other. You don't know what these are. Not the whispers of the tree. They don't sound insidious or evil. They beckon you to find a lost sapling that is being used to create a corrupted creature of sorts off in the west, on Yester Hill. Return it here, and I can replenish this land.
Okay.
You also see a ogre munching on a bone.
Just
Just
have
kind
a
of whack
snack.
you a little with my cane and
Just
go,
have a
no,
s-
bad, bad.
Needleblights will swarm in on Skamos. These are needleblights, right? Yes. Let me look up their attack. They are baby, but they can try. One of them actually manages to hit Skamos and deals 5 damage.
Oh,
What?
no.
They got a lucky hit
Good.
because these. He rolled 21.
Good that I have medium master armor blast, so I only take 2 damage.
It bounces off your armor, but they still manage to let some blows. These guys will. Oh, they're actually gonna do something slightly different. They don't know about Kira because Kira kind of scuttered off the scene very quickly. They will try to incapacitate your allies. Zaluka, by the way, will have cast Bless on Kira, Victor, and herself. So you all got a bonus 1d4 on all your attacks. And saving
Great.
throws, which includes this one you have to make now. Because vines sprout out of the ground surrounding these two good friends, and they must make saving throws in strength. That he's not going to make it, and she might make it if she rolls good on her 1d4. She makes it! She pulls 3 of the vines.
Yeah.
The other one, however, takes advantage of this newly set up situation and goes after Victor! What can it do? Ooh. What does it hit? Oh, it hits him. Oh no. And Victor takes 10 damage and he's grappled. You, Victor, struggling. Ah! I should have fireballed you! Kira, you have Bless. You can hit harder, better, faster, stronger.
Kia!
Wait, I forgot. There are more trees than just them. There are still these two.
What?
These two will just move in a bit. They'll just kind of scurry up to Scamel. So this one will move around here. And this last one, you know what? It sets itself up here and it drives its root into the ground. Doing something
No.
spooky, potentially. Kira, now you
I
can move.
mean,
I dive
moving
this
trees.
one.
You dive in from the tree. You advantage on the saving on this attack because you are diving out of a tree, and they didn't know you were there before. You have
Plus a
hit.
d4?
Yeah, you've already hit. You do your sneak attack damage. The thing is in splinters. Nada. You're at the entrance. You've seen 2 of your friends dive down, and then you hear the crunching of bones.
Should I dive down to find out what's up?
I'm pretty sure they can just shout up at you what's going on.
So we
Yeah.
need to find a sapling to the west.
Key.
It's on a hill.
Not here then, so we need to get out of here. Okay, well, let's facilitate that. And with that, I'll dash over here, I guess. Oh, whoops. And sneak attack something. Can I hit the big tree here?
Yeah, if you can roll a 15 or higher.
Well, I hope. Yeah, there, have a 20.
Slam! You drive your sword straight into it, dealing 41 damage. You cut one of its bigger roots off. It kind of stumbles. Whoop, whoop. Ogre. It will take you your whole turn to get out of there. Or
Oh.
or just your movement to get out to the entrance.
I use my movement to get to the entrance, and
Hello.
then I'll. Where's my thing? I chuck my javelin of lightning at uh, this fellow here.
I mean, if you move yourself just a little bit off to the side, you have flight speed. So if you do that, I think you could just hit the tree, the blight, and the other tree.
Oh yeah.
okay.
I fly out of the hole.
Roll me for lightning bolt damage. While I roll
Okay.
some saving
Yeah.
throws.
Well,
Tree messes
let's
up,
see.
tree makes it.
Throw that. So that's lightning. That's that. Where's my?
This needle blight is guaranteed eliminated by the blast.
So it's a javelin, not like a lightning spell that deals some amount of d6s.
Like the lightning bolt wedges into the needle blight, it's down to like baby HP and splinters and rags, and then boom, a lightning bolt splits out its back into the other two behind it. I think lightning bolt is like 8d6.
Let's see. Yeah, 8d6.
Roll me the tuna. 25. The first tree takes the full damage and knocks off another root in the back. The other one in the back takes only half damage, but it still goes, ow, I don't like lightning. Wah. It says it in Druidic, so no one here understands. Victor struggles against his binds. He's like, no, no. What does Restrain do for him? Oh, his attack rolls a disadvantage, but he can still cast a spell just fine. Victor shouts something like, you'll never take me alive, you beans.
You tell him.
Yo, no, I think we would prefer if you were taken alive. Because then at least he would be alive.
Well, you know what? Since he's trying to save himself, he would probably try to aim somewhere where the guy, this, if he just aims a little bit lower, he can, Okay, he'll aim a little bit lower, and he'll shoot another one of his level 3 spell slots. No, he's going to actually use a higher one. He's going to use a level 4 slot for this one. Screw you guys.
Fancy boy.
Kaboom!
Big boom.
This one guaranteed explodes. The other one must make a saving throw or die.
You die.
It doesn't make it.
Oh.
It also explodes. What does the tree have to say about a saving throw? Wow. You got lucky there, boy. You got lucky there, punk. The tree is catching on fire.
The tree makes a dexterity save.
Then Victor will scramble to the building as he's freed from his restraints, burnt up in the flames. The tree makes an attack at him, though, because he's like, don't you leave. And a branch swipes at him. He's hit in the back, and he stumbles as 18 damage hits across his back.
Big
Flogging him.
Olfie.
Ah! You hear a loud complaining. Scamos! Trees are looking mighty crisp. Zonica will probably try to go out the street and go look. Nah, you'll never fight him. I'm here. Scamos, make an action. Do something fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the Vine Blight.
The needle blight next to you, yes.
It's New Blight, sorry.
It's a baby. He tries his best.
So, attack him with my Foster.
He's dead. After all, they all baby.
And then I'm gonna attack the big tree with the Foster.
That is 20 damage. Tree's looking mighty off there, although the fire that's on it is making you get the shivers. Try to bat it out first. Pan!
That's me.
You're back outside.
Uh,
You take your movement again.
Yeah. Come out of the old tunnel. And,
Do a thing.
yeah, let me just
Wizard
acid
party.
that tree. Give him the old acid. You know.
I don't think this is really the time to be sparse with your spell slots, but sure. Which one do you attack? The one next to Scamos?
Yeah, but
Like Pen has the other spells.
You can use.
I have magic missile, and that's
Don't you
like
have
it.
slow?
No.
Oh. Well then. I thought I
Like-
gave you slow. Well, you level up, you get 2 spells to learn, so learn some spells you need.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn something that can help in combat.
I mean, you already have haste that can help in combat.
Yeah, but
I mean, stinking
the
cloud.
splish splash.
Does stinking cloud even work on trees? I don't know. I guess it's up to GM discretion. Still.
Well, I mean, I assume they don't breathe. Well, trees breathe, kind of.
Oh well.
Question.
Anyway, you acid splash a big tree. Sploosh.
Well, they breathe carbon dioxide, which is kind of, sort of stinky.
Sort of stinky. Handy hidden
Like it-
GM layer tree says that it's the time for the trees to attack. The tree over here that drove its roots into the grounds strikes just about everyone near it with tremendously large roots. Grasping root. Here we go. 1, 2. Let's hit. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just about every single person. Skamos, Netta, Zulika, Kira, and Pan, you are all hit for 9 damage. As roots
no.
sprung out of the ground and suddenly slash at your ankles and knees.
Oh, so you don't get like a saving throw or something. Okay.
It was an attack roll.
Yeah, okay.
How much damage was it?
9. So, to you 7, I think. Or 6.
8. So, who attacked? Who just hit me? I wanna cast Hellish Rebuke as.
Do you qualify for Hellish Rebuke?
Alright.
Rebuke that
Tell him to stuff it.
Also, as a 4th level spell, because I don't have any spell slots other than that. Let me. Can I do that? Can I do that? Yeah, as level 4. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't think he would make this saving throw, so he just takes the full damage of 33. Hey, you're almost done with these trees. The other tree, one will attack Zelika and completely annihilate her. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 hits, and she's down.
Oh no.
They're not vulnerable against fire. Oh.
Nope, they're probably cheated against that. And this one will just go for Scamos. Actually, we'll spread them among Scamos and Netta, because it's big and strong. That's 1, 2. That's 2 hits on Scamos. 1, 2. That's 2 hits on Netta. Scamos, you take 40 damage, and Netta, you take 36. Spread over 2 attacks.
Oof.
40 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, so I kill over again.
Oh.
And then it's Kira's turn.
So you said she's down, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take my turn to drag her into the party hut to safety
You drag her into safety inside the hut.
and hand her one of my potions.
Gulp. Netta. Roll me for healing for what kind of potion you're using and all. If it's a regular one, it's 2d4 plus 2.
Why me?
No. Zelek, I mean... Kira. Okay, Braid. Roll me the 2d4 plus 2 for healing on Zelika. Zelika. She gets 10 back. She will presumably go to cast a cool healing spell next turn. Which means that I won't even ask Netta to make a saving throw here. Ogre. What do? Situation's looking pretty bad.
I fly into the branches of this tree.
You are a Valkyrie from that totally accurate Battleground Simulator game. You're just going right at him.
Yep.
Ah!
I yeah. Roaring, lightning sparking. He gets pew.
And it fails. It takes baby lightning damage, but you never know what you might need.
Mm.
Bzz.
And I'll start recklessly hacking away at the branches. Oof.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 misses.
Man,
Big off.
rolling low.
Zalika kind of gathers herself again. She's like, oh, and we'll run outside. Actually, her bless has been broken, so just gotta make sure the concentration's not properly registered. She will run outside and try to help you as best as possible. How far could she even make it? She's in like half werewolf form, so she thinks she can move 40 in that form. 40 in wolf form, so not in hybrid form. Okay. She jumps out of the house and tries to help everyone here. What is the best spell? Can she?
Circle of healing.
Yeah, is Circle of Healing a thing she can just do?
No, I'm just making up things because I don't know a thing about 5e.
Fair enough. Well, a wave of healing energy spreads from her. 3d8 plus her spellcasting modifier. Okie dokie. Netta, Grifflian, Pan, and I guess she herself too. Is it? It's 3, right? Is it 3? Just make sure I got my secure ones. Oh, 6. I don't think Ogre needs the healing, but that's nice. You all heal a combined 13.
Bye.
All heal 13 hit points and get back up again.
Heck yeah, back to
I
full,
get 13.
It's better than having none.
13 or how much was it?
That's cool. That's cool. Like 13 is a lot.
13 might be enough to survive because they're all gonna go after Big Man. What will Victor do? Victor will actually try to help out a little bit where he can. And suddenly...
Toss another.
No, he will toss out slow. Another spell slot down. He will toss out a slow since he wants to stay in cover and not get attacked, making these creatures much easier to hit and easier to hit with all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah,
You have
probably.
to make worst saving throw. Wisdom. Fail, fail, and a fail. They're all slowed now. So they can't attack good-like. They can only attack once on their turns, which takes care of their multi-attack nastiness, and they can't move too good, either. Scamos. They're slow. They're easy prey. Have at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the big tree again.
Yeah! Crash. If you get a good hit in, you think you can take it down with one more blow.
Okay, then
Just
not
the
that.
plan.
Mm.
Thanks to the fact it's slowed, it tries to duck out of the way, but you cleave at its mouth and chop off the top part by jumping onto it. It cracks in half and falls to pieces. Pan,
That's me.
do a thing, if you wish.
Thing doing. I'm going to. I can see like Netta and Scamus are very injured, so like I am going to cast. Why can I choose to cast that at higher levels? What? Oh, I can. Okay, never mind. I don't need that. I'm just gonna cast Fog Cloud over all of us and give us some cover.
Fog Cloud. That's a fun spell. To cover all of you. In that case,
Oh man, get actual fog.
you're all swooshed in thick fog. The trees cannot see you, so they attack with disadvantage. They still try to swipe at you, however, since they are in that position to do it. They will try to primarily swipe at Zolika and our good friend with their branches, which still have range. That's a miss. Wow! Wow! Okay, fine. Fine then. Oh my goodness, how? They rolled a double critical. Oh my god.
What?
They rolled
What?
They rolled critical and double on disadvantage. Out of the blue comes a fucking tree branch, and Zulika just flies off into the sunset. Like the whole fog trails behind on his branch as it does this. Kira, the person you just brought back, is like hunched up against one of the legs of the tree.
I guess I drag her back inside.
You don't have to drag her back inside the whole time.
just, just for fluff.
She's in there.
Then I jump out and go for a stabbing.
You go.
Yeah.
For
Yeah. Stab,
Oops.
stab.
Ignore the sneak.
you land a hit, but there's no one to help you sneak.
Yeah, ignore that.
Nada, you're back on your feet and you're in a fog cloud. You have advantage against this big tree.
I do.
You pop out of the fog. He doesn't know you're there.
Sneaky sneak.
I recommend disengaging
Yeah.
afterwards. When you're adjacent to someone, I'd say that the fog doesn't actually block any vision. So.
Yeah, okay, so I get to make a hit with advantage.
And sneak attack
Okay.
because it's advantage.
Oh, heck
So,
yeah.
how dead is it?
Let's see. We have 23 plus 7, so that's 30. Yeah, you just come out of the fog with the sun sword in hand, and the bone cracking sound from your good friend Ogre is nothing compared to the loud sound of a person felling a tree in one swing with a sword.
I know where to hit it, you see.
A lumberjack in a former life.
Ogre, it's too bad you didn't get to see that because that sounded very nice. Kira saw it though.
I'm going to burst from the full cloud and
Have advantage on
blind
one
the branches of that one.
You're now in its branches.
Arr.
It'd be comfortable here if it wasn't moving so much.
And I start attacking with reckless abandon.
Swing, swing, swing. Sneak
How's
attack
that?
rogues are the worst rogues because they do so much ouchie.
And
Bam, bam. It fails its dex saving throw thanks to that slowness. And it takes a whole... Oh, that's 27 plus 32. Ha. Ha. Yeah, that tree is almost cut into bits. It's starting to crumble before the...
I'm just pruning its branches.
Victor kind of peeks out and goes, y'all doing okay? He gives a little thumbs up. And start to pet.
Need anything? Drinks?
He'll spend his action to stabilize Zulika for the turn so that she doesn't die.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, we've got Scamus, he can handle it.
Scamos, pop out of the fog, you get advantage on your first attack. Be the hero this country needs.
Kan er run down to him and hit him with my sword.
The fog trails around you as you jump from the fog.
Advantage on the first one or both?
On the first one.
I mean, I don't expect you'll even need the
Crack.
maybe we'll need the second one.
You cleave off a limb and smack. The tree falls silent. Sort of
Well.
it slumps in a woody fashion. The forest is silent.
Good.
That could have gone worse.
But our hub isn't working anymore.
No, poor baby.
Maybe you can fix it if you do what the voice in the trees ask you. That's totally
Yeah,
not...
like,
Yeah, they said bring life back to this place. And
That sounds...
Yeah.
currently, our heart is in this place.
I mean, where you need to go is only
Oh.
like a half day walking from here, so...
Yeah.
I retrieve my javelin.
so I guess I don't get to really ask again what the
What do you wish to ask?
spirit. I mean, I would just like to hear again what the voice in the tree was.
I guess since you're a halfling, you'd have some connections to nature.
I'm also not corrupted and good.
Yes. Well, the voice told you that the soul tree is kind of a bad juju thing, and that they've also taken a sapling that was intended to be used to purify the tree west-north. In the process, it made the tree more evil, because there's no sapling to replace it and the evil gets festering. And they're also using this shiny tree to make a super evil thing called a Gulthus tree or something like that. Now, the sapling is still in a condition that if brought back, it might do some good, but it's not here, and that's the problem. The druids took it off to Yesterhill.
So I guess we can try diplomacy this time to tell the druids this tree is very evil.
Well, considering that they got the sapling from the tree, you assume that the druids already know this.
Well, then we'll try convincing them to put it back and help us with doing the druidic magic to try to purify the tree.
Peachy, I like your gusto.
And not pop someone's head like a lemon, Ellen.
Don't lemon people.
When that guy was an ally of Strahd, and that makes us his enemy, so yeah. He dies, it was inevitable. He didn't surrender.
I was brainwashed, don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't surrender.
To be fair, he didn't attack either, so he just kind of blew his head off.
I mean, we gave him plenty of opportunity.
So
To
what?
surrender.
What will that do? You need to take care of the tree. Don't be so bully. Anyway, you're tired.
but
It's
we
been a
kind
long
of
day.
had to destroy the tree.
It's been a long day of travel, fighting trees. We'll say that y'all take a long rest, do all your level up stuff, and next time, maybe you guys can get rid of a Fane, because this one looks a bit more difficult to destroy than the last one.
Well, I mean, the last one was pretty difficult. We just kind of lucked out.
The last one was you pulled a stick out of the ground.
Well, there was a really mean old lady near the stick.
Yeah, I guess so.
No.
Also, after pulling out the stick, some weird shenanigans.
Well, this is basically the same. The stick is just larger.
The stick is larger and evil and corrupts nearby plant life. Which, to be fair, you don't know what that stick did in the mud. Maybe it's made like evil microbes.
Oh.
Water. Oh no.
Anyway, that was nice. I'm turning off the stream. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.